Okay, hello. Welcome back to Feint Fumble presents War for the Crown.
No.
This is an episode. I know which number of episode this is. But yeah, it's like 17 or something, I think, maybe?
16.
16, perfect. I was close. Okay, 16, episode 16. And we have a new person this week. Because, Forgorum has had to leave, unfortunately.
Woo. Well, not woo, but no.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Ness.
Hello, Nez.
Hello, Liz.
Hi.
Hi, Nez.
Welcome.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Okay. So, shall we start with a bit of a recap? Does anyone remember what we did last time?
Yes, I have like two, actually not 2 pages, but I have some notes.
Alright.
But should I go back even further or should I only recap last session?
I think we can just do like a general, like a very quick recap of what happened in the first book, but mostly of what happened last session.
Okay. Whew. In the first book, I can't take my notes for that because it would take way too long. But in the first book, we were all approached by a noble woman called Mathella Lothid, who made us work for her.
In a nice way.
Yeah, true. Like made us as in offered us a deal, not as in threatened us.
Yeah.
And in her services, we were sent to a party, or that was held because there was the Day of Exaltation, which is a day in Oppara where a commoner is granted the rank of noble. And this year it was also a bit of a it was expected for the current Grand Prince to announce who would be his next heir, basically, because at the moment his heir, his son, I think, died at some point.
Yeah.
So he only had a daughter left. So that was basically just a question if who. And we also knew that Mathella definitely wanted to see the princess Eutropia follow him onto the throne. And so basically we should be at the party to do some odd jobs for her and also feel everyone out, how they felt about the situation, because like the Senate would, like, it's not a decision that the king, Grand Prince, would make on his own, but like the Senate would have to agree or something, I think. So basically we were there, Senate people were there, politicians were there, noble people were there, and we just did some stuff. Also, neither got hate crimed by someone. And
Actually, one was her fault.
no, I wouldn't say it was your fault. No, I'd say those were pretty mean people.
Yeah.
There was a hate crime and then a duel. Duel was her fault.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, true. Yeah, the duel. Yeah, I didn't count that. That was your fault. But when the Grand Prince came around to announce who, his heir basically, and also to lift Helbio of Breezy Creek to royalty. No, not royalty, nobility. That's when everything went down because we noticed, weird, in this very small room, people are starting to like block the doors, and the Grand Prince is rambling, and he's very hateful towards nobles. Basically his whole speech ended in him stabbing the poor guy, Calbio, and then people in armor started slaughtering the nobles in the room, basically. We tried to fight our way out, but before we could actually do anything relevant, we were teleported via the badges we were given by Mathella to even get into the party. Basically, badges from like a prior congressman, basically. And yeah, we all were teleported somewhere, which turned out to be beneath the Senate, where, yeah, said Senate man, whose badges we now have, seemed to have set up, well, his house, but also weird labyrinthine cellar thing. He was probably just a bit paranoid. So we had to find out where we are and find our way out of there. We also met some other survivors who got teleported down there, who we wanted to save, or yeah, who joined us. We, yeah, long story short, we did get out of there. We found a weird rat who really liked circles.
Yeah.
He was actually very cute, but he was also very dangerous. We didn't kill him though. I think we just left him there after beating him up, but not killing him.
I think we promised to go back if we managed to find anything useful that would help his research.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
He was
What was
scared
he
of the
researching?
circles. There was like some
Circles.
organization he was scared of.
Oh yeah, the
Mhm.
circles organization. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. And yeah, I think at the very moment we get out of the out of that building, basically. Wait, first of all, we do get a mind message from Marthella, something like they're taking me to, or something like, yeah, I don't have the exact words, but just some sort of semblance that she survived and that she has been captured, or at least she might be in trouble. And at the, once we step out of the underground, basically, we are attacked by people who, once we fight them back, turn out to be serving some kind of cult, I think.
Yes.
But also who were definitely hired or at least given information about us.
It was a
Which
murder
is-
cult, like assassin cult,
Yeah.
who were set after us and Martella's other people.
Yeah.
Some here Gix, who work for Norgava.
Yes. Yes. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm taking way too long again.
No, you're good.
And yeah, once we fight them and are like, oh shit, okay, people do not like us, some of them at least. Yeah, but once we're out, we sleep at the Temple of Oppara. I visit my family quickly and have a fight with my dad. I think sleep at the temple and gather information on a place called a Dignified Repository, which we then recall sounds like something Marthella said in the mind message. And so we go there to investigate and find out, okay, there are some people guarding this place, even though it's just a warehouse of some kind, I think. And so we're like, okay, something's going on. We basically fight our way in because we failed to sneak. And there are people inside that warehouse who then, once Nieder tries gassing the whole room, or rather blowing the whole room up, flee somehow downstairs, or like down pipe. They go through a pipe, and we follow. So then we're in a cellar again, where we fight the evil people and an evil bard.
Yeah.
And then towards the end we figure out, okay, the person, or like the bad guy in here who also has Marthella captured, is actually the court jester who we actually met at the party. and she's not very nice anymore.
No.
Yes. And she asks us where Princess Eutropia is, and that's also the reason why she captured Mathella, probably, in hopes that she could find out where the princess is, who seems to still be missing, or at least not openly showing herself. And yeah, when she refuses to let Mathella leave, a fight breaks out. Also, she reveals that she is also a cultist of Thamigix, so she's also part of that mercenary assassin thingy. But yeah, basically, we fight her, we kill her. It was actually a pretty close fight, I think. And yeah, we free Mathella,
Yeah.
which she's thankful for. And yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, we find out, okay, like, we get her out, we return to the city. We find out that Grand Prince Stavian, the lunatic, was apparently killed in the Senate. So the question of leadership is still open. A lot of senators were killed, a lot of A's family members and staff during the massacre. And the attackers were apparently mercenaries from Andorra or Chilax, and it's still unknown who exactly hired them. But yeah, the Lion Blades, who were like probably the ones trying to protect the people in there, believe that Stavian did, but others suspect Eutropia or the High Strategist, because by now multiple claims for the throne have been made, and the two most notable ones are Eutropia, the princess, and the High Strategist, who, as it turns out, has been adopted by the Grand Prince, like just prior to the whole affair, which is
I
weird.
wonder who might have killed the king.
Yes.
Well, that's such a mystery.
Yeah. Who
could
could
possibly
benefit
know?
from that? Yeah. Anyway, I said too much because I think we actually only found that out when Mathella leads us to meet the princess Eutropia, who tells us about that weird affair, and who claims she needs talented allies. And I guess that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically central government is in shambles. The Elfin Guard locked down the palace and refused to let anyone in. And we all agree that the High Strategist is a warmonger and wouldn't be a great leader. So, at least, yeah, if it's her or him, I think we kind of agree that he's a way better choice. So she offers us all to become her loyal knights in secret, and knights us.
Yeah.
She also warns us, though, that we are not a fighting force or anything. This is a fight without weapons, mostly. We don't want to spill too much Terran blood. But we need to take action. So, yeah. She dismisses us, and we get some downtime, and this is where we are now.
Yeah. Thank you for the summary.
You're
So-
welcome. I'm sorry for talking.
You good? I should have preloaded that. Whoops. So,
I hear it.
we are in Oppara, the capital of Taldor. Let me just turn this down a bit.
Yeah.
And yes, you've been taken to a safe house, one of Martella's safe houses. And given a week of downtime, a week of time to retrain, recuperate, get yourself sorted out, because soon you're gonna be sent somewhere. So, does anyone want to summarize what they do in their downtime?
Yeah, I think I would like to just talk through. So Kelsey has predominantly written a couple of letters, So, and he's probably done a little bit of shopping as well, which I won't bother going into. But the letters, he's written one to his colleague and mentor, Lord Basri, as he is wont to do. And he has also written to the parents of the Calbio, who was murdered by the Grand Prince. So I shall read those out. I'll read the Lord Basri one first. My dear Lord Basri, I write to you of the horrific events which I have recently witnessed in the Senate in order to arm you with the facts of the matter. I have sent this with the most trusted courier I could find. I also write to caution you to be circumspect in how you respond. Powerful forces are on the move in Taldor, and I would not have you and your family step into trouble unawares. If you feel the need to reply to this, please do so via your uncle. I shall summarise my key understandings below, but please understand that this is an emerging situation. I am likely still missing key facts. The Grand Prince is dead, believed killed by assassins on the Senate floor, that he appears to have been invited onto the premises in order to dispatch the senators themselves, having voted for the end of primogeniture. The Grand Prince, driven to insanity by his paranoia and, I suspect, by whispers in his ear, murdered Sir Calbio of Breezy Creek only moments after his exaltation. This was accompanied by the coordinated assault of the Senate by the aforementioned assassins. General Maxillar Parathis was allegedly adopted by the Grand Prince and is contesting the crown. Given the events of that day, the judgment of the Grand Prince is in question, as are the actions of the General. While I do believe the General is a patriot, I do not trust his judgment. He is overly militaristic and a traditionalist in the worst sense. As we have seen in Tianjia, advancement and change are necessary in order to prosper, else we risk the destruction of Taldor itself. As you know, I am working in support of Princess Eutropia, who I feel is best placed to serve the interests of Taldor. I have other suspicions that I do not dare put to paper, but I am sure you can follow my thinking. I hope this finds you well, and I hope that this missive, while containing distressing information, reassures you that I am acting to secure the stability and prosperity of the Empire. Your friend, Kelsey.
That is cool.
And then I also had a slightly more somber duty to write to the parents of Sir Calbio. Mattia and Druso, I am Sir Kelsey Rutherwood, and I write to you with sad news. Your dear son, Sir Calbio, whose acquaintance I made before his exaltation, and whose comportment and demeanour does his parents much credit, has been killed. Murdered. You may hear rumours of the events of that day, but I must urge you to caution. I do not want powerful people of ill intent to pay attention to you and your family in your time of grief. Rest assured that his murderer is dead, and that I am working with Princess Eutropia to restore order to Taldor, and to deal with those behind the events of that dark day. You have my personal pledge that I will see justice done for your son and others who died in the events at the Senate. I had occasion to read the letter you wrote to him, to be read following his exaltation, as I had it in my safekeeping to deliver to him. I see your current difficulties as worthy for those striving for the betterment of their children, and I would not see you and yours suffer because of the dark events that swallowed up your son. Please write to me with details of your debts and to who they are owed, and I will see to them. Yours in shared mourning, KR.
Nice.
And that's his two letters.
Very well.
Yes, he's a cool dude.
He's yes, and I can't remember if we read the letter from Sir Calbio's parents out for everybody,
Oh,
or
I
if
don't actually know if we did. Does anyone
I don't think
remember?
we did.
we just sent
Not
it.
for everyone.
So So the wording of his for the letter from his parents was, it's from his father, was, "My boy, your mother and I are so damned proud of you and everything you've accomplished. Your apprenticeship was the greatest decision we ever made. Watching you grow into a fine man these last 30 years has been the greatest reward life could ever give me. I'm sorry to say we've kept a secret from you, though. You always thought we'd tightened our belts to pay for your apprenticeship, and we did, but that was never quite enough. Eventually, we had to take out a mortgage on the farm, and the money you give us every time you sell a tapestry helps so much, but it's never been enough to repay the debt. Now that you're an important man, we'd hope that you could help us settle this mortgage and help us keep the farm, or at least find space in your new life for two doddering old farmers who love their son. I'm sorry we hid this from you for so long. We love you, Papa."
Mm.
He said.
Yes, I'm depressed now. Mm.
Hey.
Alright.
Well,
Who else has got downtime they want to share?
I have been up to stuff as well. Narrator has been. Since the events of the previous day, having escaped certain death and seen the potential fall of an empire, she's shaken, but more shaken by the pledge that she made in a moment of passion to Princess Eutropia, pledging her word and her honor to her service as a knight in a chivalric pledge. Now, Nita has never been a particularly confident person when it comes to her own decisions, and has spent the past week overthinking, rethinking, stressing over, pacing back and forth, stress eating, going through her supply of hash, and making a lot of visits to the Temple of Callistria to get advice from the priestess, from a priestess there. She's made, she has called on before, ever since beginning her quest to seek justice and freedom for her wronged and imprisoned father. She's been spending a lot of time just pacing and stressing and all this. If any of you in the party have encountered her, she's been a bit of a mess of nerves. Despite normally looking pretty unkempt, she's been especially unkempt recently. Also keeps writing and rewriting a letter, sort of just a therapeutic tool to Zukrir, her father, explaining why she has done this, throwing her lot in, and then crossing it out, scribbling it up, crumpling it, throwing it away, making preparations to move from the tavern that she has been staying in for the past 2 years, to gather her belongings, put them in storage, and prepare to move. In general, just been a mess of nerves, occasionally calling on you guys to rant and ramble about, oh, what a mistake I've made. I should never have got myself into all of this. What if this is a losing ship? I'm so torn between such responsibility to my family. But then, if she succeeds, then all will be well, and I will have fulfilled the dreams of a dynasty to ascend. Oh, what a crashing dream. And so that's been her week. Besides that, you've noticed she has fashioned herself a friend to talk to, mostly to rant to, out of clay and glazed and cooked up this strange little pottery creature that has been accompanying her, as well as in her new position as having declared herself a knight and all this, has decided to find a mount, because a knight needs a steed, and has spent 3 times, visited the stables, shopped around, and then left without buying anything, too stressed and overwhelmed by the decision. And feeling like, oh, well, as a hobgoblin, horses are not her typical companion. So then coming back and forth, debating over and over, until one day she finds a horse that is as dignified and as seems as offended by the world as she, and does not seem offended by her. And lacking any other better steed, and seeing a little reflection of herself in the horse's tense face, bought them and named them Mercury. And has been spending the downtime learning to ride and practicing from what little lessons she took as a youngster, learning all the various courtly skills of poetry and writing and writing fancy letters, discussing what wine is good. That is what she's been up to. Oh, and fixing her coat. Her wonderful pink wizard's coat.
Yes.
Cyril is probably just keeping as busy as possible. Just everything to not look too closely at what's happening. Probably most time spent on still searching for his cousin who is still missing. In any way he can. Apart from that, you probably I think we're all staying at the same safe house, so sometimes at night you hear some rinky-dink music from his place where he's probably trying to learn some instruments and failing. But keeping busy. Also writing 2 letters, one to his father and one to, trying to find out whether the one dude he danced with on at the party survived, and if he did, he'll try to send a letter just in, "Hey, nice to see you're still alive," kind of fashion. I can read you the letter to his father. It's not super long. He writes, something along the lines of, "Dear father, I regret parting the way we did," because they fought. "Perhaps I was being overly sensitive, and perhaps you were being insensitive. I'm sorry, and I swear I'm not like Mother. I won't just leave forever. Though I might if you compare me to her again. There just are some things I cannot tell you about right now. Forgive me. It is best if you don't try contacting me, but I swear I'm doing alright. I will return home once things settle down. In the meantime, I keep looking for Marsha. Stay safe. By the way, I stole your bread. I was hungry and angry. Also, I might try giving you a handshake next time we see each other, so you better prepare for that." And then, the letter isn't signed just because Cyril is trying to be secretive. Even though, That's all.
We're all new to Spy Girl. Never mind.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I was just making a joke.
Yeah. I guess I could say something. I guess the characters change, so actually I should probably introduce the changes that I made first. So Aslan is no longer a thaumaturge. The character concept has been significantly changed, but the background for the most part remains the same. He's now a cleric, war priest to be specific, of charismatic ray, rather than worshipping a specific god or goddess. He worships a group of 3 goddesses, who are each lovers with each other, the Desna, Shelin, and Serenay, and follows the edicts that the 3 of them agreed upon, rather than their specific edicts. And because anyway, so he acts according to that, and he still has not as much as before, but he still has healing skills and magic. So he acts as a healer for the slums part of Taldor's Oppara. He largely spends his time outside of the safe house in the Narrows. He helps specifically the Serenay worshippers that are still spreading there. And because it's been, the ban on Serenay worship has been recently lifted, and he believes that he can counter perhaps the effects of the new militaristic lord who's going to be trying to take over the country by helping spread the word of Serenay. and showing that there need not be a war between Kadira and Taldor again. That, there's no need for us to antagonize each other so much. And because he's certainly seeing similar things happening in Kadira, and the Church of Serenade there does its best to stop it. And while he isn't particularly a member of the Church of Serenade, he cooperates with them, or their members here, to help spread the word, and also help, just downtrodden people, because he has healing skills and these people can't afford to go to doctors. So he just goes around using his magic and medic skills to heal people up. That's what he does. He does it discreetly. He doesn't carry his weapon. He doesn't carry his armor. He just goes around in common clothes. He's a bit. He stands out a bit because he doesn't look like a common Taldane person. So he has to wear baggy clothes and a cloak. But otherwise, he finds out that within the bustling mess of this large city and constantly current chaos, nobody pays much attention to him, and that's what he does. He serves as a healer in the Narrows.
Okay. Alright. So, on the 3rd of Farast, you are summoned by Martella. All that. Foundry. On the 3rd of Farast, so early spring, you're summoned by Martella to meet her at a tea house. No, sorry. Is it a tea house? It is a tea house, yes. Okay, cool. For lunch.
It's like when we first met Martella.
And when you arrive, it's not just Martella. There's actually someone else there as well. Someone who looks like this.
Hey, quick question, by the way. There's staff of healing in the stash. Can I take that? Because I can cast heal nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just something I want to ask. And I'll also be putting the cold iron buckler in case anyone wants it, because I don't need it anymore. Thank you. Sorry again for interrupting.
No worries. So, there is a new person with Martella when you meet her. What does our new person look like?
Yes, so Darius is a young man with black hair who's standing quite tall, about 6'6", and wearing a set of heavy armor that looks to be it's from Tiansha. And he has a very long sword, which some of you might recognize as a Nodachi. He looks to be around mid-20s.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. So Martella greets you all and says, "Thank you for coming. I do have a job for you all now, given the current situation. It's rather urgent, but yes. As you know, over a dozen nobles have now declared themselves the true inheritors of the Empire. Mostly Eutropia's distant relations, but some, such as Maxilar Pithraeus, have a more legal claim rather than a blood claim. The aristocracy have devolved into factions. And now we need a base of operations. The palace here in Oppara remains sealed off by the Ulfin Guard. They won't allow anyone to access the place till Taldor has an official Grand Prince once again. I suppose it keeps unreasonable sorts from looting the palace, but it also sealed away Eutropia's personal wealth.
Hmm.
Interesting.
She takes a sip of her tea and says, Stavian family does have another estate, however. The Palace of Birdsong. Unfortunately, they entrusted its care to stewards 2 centuries ago, and these stewards now refuse to leave, and, I'm told, are courting the favour of Maxilar Pythareus himself.
Hmm.
Oh no. Nation overrun by sophists. It won't be long.
Good.
I just know before we see warlords all throughout the Empire.
She has a concerned look on her face and says, what complicates matters further is these squatters on the estate are, and she sighs, are my family. My half-brother Bartleby has been ruling the estate since our father died, and squandering our fortunes. Their fortunes, I suppose. I have no right to them. She trails off for a moment and says, and then she kind of shakes herself a little bit and says, we need to reclaim the Palace of Birdsong. This is where you come in. She nods to Darius and says, Darius here has agreed to play the role of an heir to a local estate. The Bettany estate. Lady Alice Bettany died nearly a decade ago with no heirs. But we purchased her estate in auction, and I have taken the liberty of drawing up some documents listing Darius as one of the scions of the Bettany family. His adopted heritage allows this slightly more credibility. Of course, we cannot send just one agent, we need a group of you. And as you have all proven vitally useful, I would like for you all to join Darius on this journey.
All right.
Very well.
I'm sorry. I like before. What exactly is our mission, though? Like, are we trying to clear the estate of the squatters, or?
We need to weaken Bartleby's power base, woo some of his subordinates to support us. If we can do that, we can reclaim the Palace of Birdsong.
Okay.
I'll need you to make friends, learn the lay of the land, and do what you can to win the loyalty of the nobles and citizens. You'll need to undermine Bartleby wherever you can, try to improve people's lives, and engender loyalty.
I see.
Very
However,
well.
sorry. For any more overt actions you take, you'll likely want to hide your identities. You must avoid Bartleby cracking down on you.
How are we to win favor, my liege, if we skulk about wearing masks like cut purses? Wouldn't that make us just akin to the sophists and assassins who are cutting this place apart?
She smiles a little bit and says, the majority of the time you'll be able to act as the heirs to the Bettany estate. In fact, you'll be making your debut at the Tanager Jubilee as such.
All of us.
All of you. The heirs and the acquaintances of the heir. You may need to elide certain things, avoid getting too much into the details, But legally, Darius here is the heir to the estate, and therefore can be accompanied by whomever he chooses.
Interesting.
Very well.
This seems like work that's particularly we're particularly qualified for. He kind of looks over to Nita though and says, "Will you be okay with this?"
To lie and I, in service to a noble cause, of course, whatever is necessary. It is my wish here is of no matter on this issue. She nervously is picking apart two hard-boiled eggs with her hands, just tearing the shell off and fidgeting.
Okay. Okay. Turn to Darius, and in TN, we'll say, "Greetings. I recognise your attire and bid you good morning."
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's I guess Aslan extends a hand and says, "It's nice to meet you."
Darius will shake your hand and give a kind bow to Sir Kelsey in return. It's nice meeting you all. I hope we can deal with this issue without raising any problems, let's say.
I'm sure you will. You look
That would be
competent enough,
preferable.
and we are heroes. I say with a big grin,
you.
but yeah. Nice to have you on board.
Meter stands up and gives a proper formal curtsy to Darius. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. She mentioned she mentioned that you were of a noble house. What is your title then? May I address you properly?
Yes, I should introduce myself properly. I'm Darius Clement of the House Clement. I was adopted by the Clements. I was originally born in Tianxia, but I've been living in Taldor for most of my life.
Clement, the Southerners. It is a great honor to meet another of such a far-flung extraction.
Yeah.
The honor is all mine.
Oh, I am Nita Bint Sukrir, Dame Nita, I think now. Bint Sukrir. I am pledged to the Lady Eutropia. Princess Eutropia.
We all are, but best not to say that too loud yet.
Yes. Very much.
Well, when are we leaving? Where are we leaving? Like, give us a direction. I need to do things, please. I need to get out of here.
Martella explains that the carriage journey to the county of Marat will take 5 days.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And she requires you to pack at least one fine outfit, a hunting outfit, and at least one respectable mask or costume. As well as packing for a long trip through the country, of course.
Oh, wait, one fine outfit.
A suitable hunting outfit, and a respectable mask or costume, at least one.
Costume, mask. Okay,
Very
well, fine outfit.
He
100%.
considered a hunting outfit.
Can anybody give me 2 golds? I don't have the money for a fine.
I can
I shall-
definitely give you 2 gold. Yeah.
Not to worry. We'll go see my tailor and get you fitted for some
Oh, yeah.
clothing.
Thank you.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a
I'll
good
pay-
idea.
I will pay 2 gold for your clothing.
Alright, I'll buy the clothing. I'm poor. What can I say?
My fine clothing that I got from Marcella for the ball is completely ripped and worn, so I need to fix that and probably also get some. What's a suitable hunting outfit? I feel like for a monk that's just being naked, but I feel like
No, preferably actual clothes.
dang it. Okay.
But
Is the cold weather clothing good enough for the
Okay.
hunting?
I guess explorer's clothing
explorer's
maybe
clothing works
is
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exposed clothing, it works for, I
hunting.
assume, for hunting, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy cold weather clothing just in
Okay.
case.
How much would it cost for me to fix, or like not only fix but also slightly alter the dress I got from Lothie? It's fine clothing. It's just I want to know if I need to pay 2 gold again, or if I can fix
No,
it.
you could just
for less.
you could definitely do it for less. Like 7 silver, let's say.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And the mask, is it's also supposed to be fine?
I believe the
Your name?
precise term was respectable.
Respectable mask.
yes.
So
I
fine.
see it. A fine mask is an item, actually.
Mhm.
It's 2 gold
Yes.
pieces.
Yep.
Okay,
Mm.
yes, I'll buy one of those too. And
I,
yeah,
I'll buy you the mask as well, Ems.
thank you. Thank you.
No worries.
I'm basically bankrupted myself with the full plate, sorry.
how much was it to replace to repair the stuff that got damaged?
Yours was just the coat, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
it
that'll
was
probably be like a couple
partially turned
silver.
into my skin. Okay. Then I'll buy a new set of fine clothes for hunting, and a fine mask, and then I'll pay 5 silver to get my coat repaired. Is a very nostalgic coat. Her father's a bit ill-fitting, but it is yes. Thinking what she considers hunting clothes is like a fine robe with a really pretty cape and stuff with fur trim, and it looks very impractical for actually getting your hands dirty. But it would be great riding on a horse watching the hunt.
Yeah.
Nice. I want to mention whenever I'm wearing my mask, like I'm also wearing my curly wig. I am no longer bald, or at least I'm wearing a wig.
Hell yeah.
The non-egg
Good
art
fun.
has started.
Could we also get a disguise kit?
Might be a good idea.
Hmm.
I can get one.
Yeah. I have
I have a type of disguise here.
with a bit of time I can make some infiltrators elixirs to allow you to shapeshift temporarily to take on a different appearance. Yes, which will give a similar effect to it having a disguise kit, but it will take a few days to cook.
I mean, I can just get one. That's fine. But yeah, like however you prefer in the end.
Yeah, we can get the kit. It's gonna be useful.
Okay, I get it, and I get one replacement cosmetic thingy.
Okay.
Okay, so for reference, you are traveling from here in Oppara to around here in Tandak Prefecture.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got a ways to go.
Yeah. Martella will be on the coach with you for the first few days. So if you have more questions for her, you can ask her anything.
Is that Old Shahir? Old Sahir? That's... Okay. Sorry, the name is just very funny to me. This
Okay.
name. It's just very funny to me. Because it's where I live. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Literally the name of... Because the name... Okay, yeah. Because this is where I live.
Which place?
Eskişehir. Yeah,
Oh,
it literally
yeah.
means yeah. Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, Eski means old, and yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's just funny. Okay, sorry,
No worries.
interrupting.
You're heading to the county of Marat, which is in Tandat Prefecture. If you have any
Okay.
questions about the place or about your mission, now would be the time to ask them, because Martella is not going to travel the whole way with you. After a few days, she is going to be heading on to Casimir.
Can you write down the name of the prefecture
Yes.
somewhere so I can put it in my
Right.
notes?
Prefecture, Marat County.
Marat, okay.
Mhm.
That's interesting. So where is anything that we should especially pay attention to in this county? Like any gate that we should avoid stepping on, like anything that we shouldn't do specifically.
Martella can tell you about how you should definitely watch out for her half brother Bartleby. Bartleby Lothide. But also her sister Catelyn is quite shrewd, if she still lives there, and cousin Titus is a bully.
You have a nice family. What's her sister's name?
Catelyn.
Okay.
So this is a bit of a personal question, but you meant half siblings.
Yes. I am unwelcome due to my being the result of father's indiscretions with a Qadiran woman.
Oh. I guess you do look the part. I mean, not the other part, like the Kadir part. Yeah, I guess you do have the bronze skin. Fair.
It's a
Uh,
dreadful thing to do. Dishonorable. Oh,
in Kadira, it's actually not that uncommon, having kids out of wedlock. It's not, I mean, it's frowned upon, but it's not like, that's like, as long, it's like, it's not that bad. It's not like they treat the quote-unquote bastards badly like you guys do out there.
So,
Yeah,
Which is an actual thing.
like, why are you the one that's hated for that? It's not like, you didn't... You have almost nothing to do with... Yeah.
She sighs
Classic
and looks out
Talon.
the window of the carriage and says, "Yes, well, I also lack the family affinity for magic, which doesn't exactly help."
Are they all sorcerers then? Or
They all have some skill with it. Yes.
They
If you wanted to know who you should watch out for, I believe Sir Golgizan is a suspicious sort. He was father's seneschal. Imagine Bartleby has kept him on in some fashion or another.
the seneschal is the concern, not the ones with a predilection towards magic.
I simply mean he's an additional person to look out for.
Ah, I see. This will be some challenge then.
interesting. So lots
Do
of
I
people.
recognize any of these names also?
Yes, I think so.
Ooh. Okay.
For one, Titus Lothide is the guy. Titus Cassava Lothide is the guy you had that duel with.
Yes. Titus Cassava Lothide is... Yes. Is he in the place we're going to? There's been a lot of names. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, he will be there.
That's bad.
Ah.
He's gonna recognize us.
He was very drunk at the party. He might not.
Yes.
True. But neither at least should definitely keep clear of him because, I don't know. Let's just say she's quite noticeable.
What does that mean? Huh?
That you were probably the only hobgoblin at the party.
That is true. Well,
And who could ever take the eyes of someone who looks as dignified and clearly magical as you do?
she grins with her big pointy teeth. You flatter me so, Cyril.
I do, but I'm not wrong.
No, you are not. And I will need to be mindful there. All of us may be.
What can you, Lady Martella, what can you tell us of the people in the area, how they've been treated? Are there any areas of dissent or dissatisfaction that we can lean into?
Well, I've not seen the county in over a decade. But I can tell you a little. The largest town you'll find is Lothidar, near the palace of Birdsong. There's also a village the Betania estate must oversee, Stakis. I don't think the county is as maintained as the local would prefer, but father at least was a competent administrator. And then she frowns and says, I do have some other news. There are some shadowy figure stirring up trouble. I believe they call themselves the Night Swan. Robbery and vandalism, but also some violence against Lothid soldiers.
Interesting.
The Night Swan. If they oppose your family, they may well be aids to us.
Yes.
Maybe.
Allies with bandits.
Indeed.
If we
Maybe
want
we
to
can-
associate with bandits.
Yes.
I mean, one person's bandits might be another person's not bandits.
Yes,
You never
that's
know.
what I was saying.
You never know. We might find common ground with them.
I
Yeah.
still don't understand why we can't just gather a proper host. The people cannot be so easily fooled by Pythareus's rhetoric and lies. We could simply just march with Princess Eutropia on the palace, and this whole thing would be done.
Remember, he is controlling the army at this
Yeah.
stage. I don't think we should chance that. And I've spoken with him, and he's he can be charming. He can be engaging. I believe that he has a genuine belief in his position, albeit that I think it's a wrong position for Taldor. I could easily see him swaying people who are less sophisticated than us and less well versed in the drawbacks of his position.
I've met the man. He's a canny commander, but the army cannot simply follow some brute with a commander's cane.
Wait, isn't that what
Certainly.
armies always do?
They follow their liege. The army is sworn to the Taudan Empire, to the rightful ruler, and none hold a more righteous claim than our liege.
Well, that's arguable,
Well,
unfortunately. I do agree with you, it's just, I wouldn't bet my life on it that others agree with you. And that's what we would be doing by marching in there, so.
most soldiers would probably prefer to, as someone who was previously in the army before I left to become a holy man, quote unquote, most soldiers would prefer to be led by one of their own rather than some distant posh ruler, to be honest.
It's absurd. That's the fundamentals of a system of government.
Well, the fundamentals were founded by people who led armies and the posh rulers took over, which is why sometimes military coups like this can happen, it looks like a military coup to me. Not sure if it's the truth, but it looks like that.
Her face sinks at that. I just fear that the longer this is allowed to remain as this war of rogues and cutthroats and sneaking about, the more these new claims are legitimized, this new state of being is legitimized, the harder it will be to dislodge it to fix these things.
Mm.
If we delay too long, the people might become used to this nonsense, to this chaos and killing.
I doubt people. Look, I've been spending my time in the slums for the past week and weeks before that, ever since I came to Taldor, and I doubt that most commoners can tell the difference between the general and Princess Utopia. They're all the same to them. Because they suffer in the end, the life isn't that good for them in the end. It doesn't change a lot. The fact that some nobles died in the palace, who cares? Right? And
Yeah.
some might even say that some leeches died. I don't.
I would not say that. That would be treason and felony.
It is true. Yeah, Taldor at this point has a
Deserve
lot of
it.
issues. Yeah, the civil war would be preferably avoided though, because it might spark a much larger war
Yes.
within the region. Because you think Taldor's neighbors will just sit aside and watch as a full-on civil war rages on for weeks and weeks and months and years? No, they will pile upon Taldor and finish it off if the war starts and lasts.
Martella at this
Yes.
point says, let's not let it get that far.
Yeah, which is why we're not starting a war.
You,
I-
Darius and Sir Kelsey, you two, or Sir Clement and Sir Kelsey, you two you know of what has been happening in Tiansha, yes?
Yes.
Do you think it's like to reach such a point? I have heard in the records of the fall of that Dragon Empire. Frightening thing.
Well, to a degree, it's already started with Cheliax and Andor seceding. We need to work to strengthen Taldor to ensure it doesn't spread and doesn't increase. Yes, we must adapt and change and become more than we were.
More than we were.
Yes.
No. Perhaps. I'm talking too much.
No?
Does anyone want a drink or a smoke?
Well, what is it that you're smoking?
What I have left.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'll take a hit.
He goes and pulls out. Let's see. What do I still have of the various drugs that I bought previously? I have flay leaf, hash, and tobacco. So let's see, weed, hash, tobacco, and a lot of brandy.
Yeah, I'll take a hit from that tobacco. Let's see how it compares to the ones from back home.
GM, how does it compare to the ones?
How expensive is it?
It's nice tobacco.
Okay. It's pretty good then.
She knows how to be a little bit hedonistic.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Sweet, nutty taste.
Yeah. I try to sit up front and I try to why with the wagon still moving to slink out the door and go onto the roof and there. I might break my neck doing that, I realized. But
Shit, do we need acrobatics?
Why not? That sounds fun.
oh no. If I die like this,
Oh no.
Rip.
that would be
Died as
super
he
funny.
lived.
So
Doing a stunt on a carriage.
oh, never mind.
Okay, you're fine.
Oh,
You're
shit.
fine.
Damn. Hell yeah.
You do wonderfully.
Yes, and once I sit up there, you hear some more rinky-dink music that I'm like playing on a super bad and probably cheap. I didn't even buy anything. I'm probably just tapping the carriage. I don't know. I'm trying to get into music, but I have no talent, so.
I'm sure you do.
Maybe. It is untapped yet.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you, oh yeah, and if anyone has more questions about the situation, just ask away. Otherwise, we can get to when you arrive.
This area, what is it known for? Actually, would I know what this area is known for? Is this a society check I could make?
Yeah, you could definitely do society here.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I would like to do one as well, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Society is
likewise.
one of my good ones. Blind?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm rolling society to attempt to blind the GM. Can't see me cheat.
You know what? I also.
Okay. So, okay. So Nita and Arslan and Kelsey all know about all know that Marat is very pastoral, with lots of orchards and vineyards, hills and woods. The Tanager Jubilee is a Founders' Day celebration of when Count Marcolian Stavian broke ground for the Palace of Birdsong 8 centuries ago. So that's what you're attending. And yes, who was it who got the high one? Nita. You also know that the Lothied a bit about the Lothied family if you're interested.
Well, absolutely.
Okay.
My rivals? Yes.
Yeah, so they can trace their genealogy back to the Aslantes, who first settled Haldor. Oh, sorry, and yeah, there's one other thing you know, which is that someone you may have met at the Exaltation Gala, owns land there. Baron Nikolaus Oppara.
Alright. Yes, he was that serious fellow in the center, speaking with the court wizard. The lesser replacement. I believe. No, he was speaking with Count, I think. Interesting. You know, perhaps one of you have spoken with him. Yes, Marat is, I actually have a bottle of Marat right here. It's a nice orange sherry, if anyone wants a glass. Oh, it's a provincial place. Orchards. And I explained the rest of the information. All through the metaphors of luxurious noble living.
Nice. Alright.
Context. Okay, well. I think, besides that, we need to win people over. I think this great ball will be alright. I have all the information I need. Does anyone else need something? I feel like we can do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. That's not stable. Okay. Sorry, I just got confused by this map. Alright, so as you after 4 days, you are approximately wrong map, sorry. After 4 days you've reached around here, and Lady Martella is splitting from you, travelling on to Casimir. And you
Okay.
are to be travelling up here.
I hear the rains there are terrible.
And so, And so, Martella hands you over paperwork declaring Darius Clement as a second cousin once removed of Lady Alice Bettany. And then wishes you luck and heads off. And soon enough, you reach the county of Maret.
Okay, so this is the county.
I imagine it being super beautiful with vineyards and orchards.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
There's lots of rivers and
Canals.
lakes.
Mm.
That's really cool.
Right.
Where's
So you are heading up the road here.
Okay.
So you'll be passing past the Beggarwood. And then heading up Oppara Highway towards the Palace of Birdsong up here. Which is where you'll be attending the Tanager Jubilee.
Lotida is right
Immediately.
next
is
door.
it- Yeah, true.
And your estate is... Where did that go?
The Bethany estate.
Yeah, I can't find it.
This
Oh,
out.
yeah, there.
Patron. Cool.
So... So...
Where's the estate?
rear
that-
tires of a carriage?
Ah, there. Thanks.
So yeah, you'll be heading straight to the Palace of Birdsong. Because you don't want to miss the start of the Jubilee. The 9th of
everyone-
First.
Put on your masks.
Yes.
And the fine clothes.
Oh yeah, true.
Yes.
Worn mask.
Should we be? We should be disguising our identities from here-ish, from here on out, right?
Yeah, so so long as you are like under the guise of being nobles or the tenants of nobles or the what's the word? The tribunes. You should be okay. Because most people here don't know you.
Most
Most
here
people.
don't.
Yeah.
At all.
Even
Darius
without
doesn't
wearing the
need
mask.
to do that, right?
No, because Darius
Because I
is.
haven't,
Yeah,
I haven't
and
talked about.
yeah, and you can basically use that as saying, well, these people are with me, kind of thing.
Wait, wait, Darius. Do you have a healer's tools?
Oh yes, of course.
Do you have an expanded healer's tools?
No, that was too expensive for me.
I will be handing you the healer's tools that I have. Let's see if it works.
Say,
No,
Give
it
it.
doesn't.
I'm going
It
to-
doesn't
Wait,
track
there's no
the.
give it?
No, there's.
Not
I'll
when you
drop it
haven't
in the
got
stash.
tokens.
I put in the stash.
Mhm.
You can take it from there.
Wait, thank you.
Where? How do I get to the party stash again?
Key.
SP for party.
Ah, nice. Oh, I'm
Simple.
avoiding notice. I see.
I put my old, well, not old, the standard healer's tools back in the stash.
I can take that.
One of you should take the braces of missile deflection.
I have already my own way of getting circumstance bonus. No, I don't actually. I have a status bonus. Oh.
Yeah, I have a shield, so I can't use them effectively. But
Wait, fervor gives status bonus to AC? Not
Is the
circumstance?
missile deflection a reaction or a that bonus?
Yeah.
It's a
Reaction.
reaction, yes.
it's a reaction.
Wouldn't hurt. I don't have too many reactions, where they're all like limited daily resource stuff. I could probably make use of them, or I could see. Would it apply to Kelsey, to your minion too?
No,
Ah,
don't think so.
By the way, what's this portrait of Stavian the First?
And that treasure, right? Is it just stuff we could have sold and forgot?
You can.
We have been carrying around the portrait.
Yeah.
You've got
I
resources.
just
to
love
carry
this
a portrait.
portrait so much. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sell this.
okay.
Is what I'm imagining.
Mhm.
I'm going to set my familiar in my daily preparations to take the ambassador familiar ability as one of its ones, which will help with making diplomacy checks.
Mm.
And let's see. Yeah, I think that's all pretty good.
I guess Sir Kelsey could take the braces.
Seems like your AC is a bit low, so.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. No, actually,
I'm gonna
I'm
take
going
the talisman if that's alright.
Yes, do. You're the best.
Because
one
we
to
have
know.
like one level until that becomes irrelevant.
yeah, I have a talisman I should put on actually as well.
If anyone has scrolls or wands, I can use those.
Nope.
Especially scrolls, I can gobble up and turn into my spellbook.
I scroll. I have a scroll here. I can no longer use this, so I can only use divine scrolls now. This is an occult one,
yes.
I think.
I can
Yes,
use
I
it.
actually can't use that one either.
Okay, I have no
just-
focus, so I can.
Yeah,
use
you are a bard. You can use it.
Yeah,
Am I the only one who has occult?
Now, yes.
I think so, yeah.
Now, yes.
I believe so.
Okay, then I'll take it.
I've
I'll
not
be.
practiced such dark magic.
Now that I think about it, I'll be taking the buckler. Sorry.
Good.
Why is it broken?
Is it?
Block with it.
don't
I
think
never
so, did
used it.
Maybe it's just an error. But you could have
Maybe
had
it
it repaired
came-
even if it was broken, so.
Oh, yeah. How much does it cost? I don't have a lot of money exactly.
Like a
Nothing.
silver or something.
A silver. Oh, I have
If you're
silver.
paying
I have
someone to do
silver.
it, it's like a silver. Because it doesn't take that much
Silver.
effort.
Maybe
Yeah, if you're
Meter
doing it
needs
yourself, it's
mending.
nothing.
Yeah, if you do it
I
yourself,
can
it's
probably
free.
do it.
I don't have.
I've got crafting.
Oh, you got crafting. All right.
Yeah, I'm an alchemist on the side.
Anyone wants just a normal, regular wooden shield? I'll just put it in the stash. Just because I have a better one now. I didn't sell
I
it
just-
because it doesn't give a lot of
I
money.
just found out that Razor Shield gives circumstance bonus to AC, whereas Fervor gives status bonus to AC, which is very
Which
good.
one gives status bonus?
This gives status bonus to AC.
It's from the Cleric's Plus.
Yeah.
For one turn, but it's,
It's like Raise Shield, but it stacks.
so I can stack both of them basically.
Yeah.
Good tank build.
Okay.
You may also see, once I get down from the carriage roof, that maybe my magic wasn't completely useless because now there's like a shimmer on my clothes and I have cast mystic armor on myself. Yes.
Ooh.
I have a spell now. I'm officially a spellcaster.
I think Sir Kelsey would actually have done the same as well. Just coming into somewhere new. Not quite sure what we're going to find.
Yes. I'm going to. Yeah, I think I've got a pretty good setup here. I can impress somebody with Unseen Servant if I need to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think Neaters just spends her time rolling up, chronicling with her little quill in her big spellbook, scribbling things.
Okay.
Wh-
So, when you are approaching, when you're traveling through the Oppara barony, you're passing by a location known as the Beggarwood. When you see a roadblock.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe tax people will want some taxes for the road.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the closer you get, the more you see it's very much makeshift. It's some bits of crates, bits of logs and sticks. It's all very ramshackle.
That's not a roadblock, that's a barricade.
And then a You see, you can make perception checks actually.
Okay.
Are they
Oh,
initiative
yeah.
checks?
They're not
I'm
initiative.
awesome at those.
Okay. Secret perception?
Yeah.
Yeah. +6.
Very sharp, everybody.
Okay. Okay. So Kelsey and Darius, you both spot movement in the woods. So it looks like it's just one person, but there's definitely some movement in the woods.
I grab my shield.
You see something.
This might be an
Yes.
ambush. There's someone out there.
Right.
Yes. If
Gonna
it comes
go
to
into-
talking, let me take the lead. I'll see if I can get it out without too much trouble.
I'm going to pop
I
a trick
guessed.
card in.
I'm gonna keep my weapon sheathed for now.
Okay. The driver of the carriage has. Sorry.
And I was going to say, I was just about to kind of stick my head out the window and kind of go up to the driver. Stop at the barricade. Be prepared to leave at haste if we order it. Otherwise, stay here.
Yeah.
All right. So the driver comes to a stop, and by the time they have, you can see more movement in the trees.
Right.
Oh well, okay. I'm on the base of the trees, not like in the branches.
So Kelsey's going to step out of the carriage, keeping his hands kind of away from any weapons or anything. And kind of look around, trying to look a bit unconcerned, and then kind of acting like he's seen the people in the trees. He'll kind of call out, "Some assistance, please, clearing the road, if you would, be so kind."
So at that, someone does emerge from the tree line. Dressed in kind of rough, like hunter's leathers kind of stuff. And with mud splattering their legs. This individual, are they? Yeah, they're a human. They approach you, coming from the tree line, and say,
Mhm.
"You got money?"
I have enough to pay for some good stalwart men to help clear the road.
They raise their hand and wave, and then from the tree line come a variety of peasants in worn, patched clothes, carrying sacks and baskets and bags. And
Cool.
they rush over to you. They start clamoring at you for what they can sell you.
Ooh.
Elsie, be mindful. They may be thieves.
Keep in mind, I'm broke.
I see your people are in somewhat troubling straits. May I ask more of your situation? And meanwhile, he's kind of looking at it's like kind of trying to hold a conversation with the guy who came out first, but then also kind of trying to look at what people are trying to sell.
Okay. So the individual who came out first says, We need money. More importantly, we need food.
Do your lords not support you?
Hardly. Tax us within an inch of our lives.
And who may I ask is this? Which lord is taxing you?
The most of us are from the Stavian barony. Some from Tellus. A couple from Voynam.
Avian, Voynam.
Are all the lords here about have been so unreasonable? Because it's the duty of a lord to provide for their people in difficult times.
Maybe their duty, but that doesn't mean they follow it.
This is worrying indeed. We are travelling to hopefully address some of these issues. In the carriage is Lord Bettany. We are yes, travelling for him to reclaim his family seat, and yes, we hope to improve the loss of those in the area. Yes. But yes, in the meantime, I'm sure I can. We don't have extra food, but certainly I could buy one or two items to support your needs.
How many people are outside?
At least a dozen, but less than 20.
Okay,
You can also
rations.
see some more people in the tree line.
1 week of rations cost 4 silver. So.
I don't like this. With all of us, our clothes and carriage could buy quite a bit of food.
Mm-hmm.
Like these poor and middle masses, as you're so fond of, Arslan.
That is true, but perhaps Kelsey has a good eye, and like by promising them that we might bring change. I don't know how much they trust in that, of course, but
Perhaps in a short while. Do I know how long the celebrations go on for? Is it like a weekend or a week or?
Canada Jubilee.
Yeah,
It's a 2-day, 3-day thing.
today. Okay, so realistically, I'm thinking within a few days we might be visiting the Bettany estate. So I think what I would say is, I think I'd kind of turn back to the carriage and call out. So Darius, perhaps you would join us.
Yes, give me a second, please, as Darius grabs the sack and starts taking out his rations and put them in the sack. So
Yeah.
about 12 days worth of rations, he puts them into the sack and comes out with that to the outside of the carriage. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of food with me, but please take this and try to distribute it between yourselves. And he's gonna give the sack with some I think rations consist some
Dried meat and
dried
fruit and
meat.
stuff.
Yeah.
I actually have some rations as well, actually, right?
So I think Kelsey's kind of gonna sort of lean in a little bit to the first guy and kind of say, "Might I ask your name?"
Why? So you can report me?
No.
For
This
illegal
here
trading?
is this here is Sedarius Bettany. I was going to suggest that perhaps you could bring the people to the Bettany estate, and perhaps we might find you gainful employment.
They frown. You can do a diplomacy check here.
Can I aid
Yeah.
that
You absolutely
diplomacy check?
can.
Nice.
I wonder, aren't there going to be consequences if you just steal workers, even though they might not be there? But
Oh, that's the aid check. Okay.
That's a success, I think, with the new rules.
Yeah.
I believe. They get +1.
For some reason, it's not showing your character name. I'm not sure why.
Because there's no token selected.
No, because it was showing it for
Expert.
Nita. So
Yeah. When I
because
Yeah,
are you an expert diplomat because of the archetype you have?
Yes.
Nice. That's so good. I wish I had chosen an archetype that gave me.
Ooh, so let me just think about this. So that would be plus. You can't add aid onto assurance, can you?
no, I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine. So +1 circumstance.
Mhm.
Okay.
really shouldn't be giving them food. Now they want that from all
You
of
can
us.
pull that effect. It should add it.
There we go. So I added it manually. 20.
Oh, that was with assurance. Was that intentional?
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, sometimes we use Chronotic gets stuck on.
Yeah, I was looking at it with. Oh. No. Hang on. Let me try that.
There you
Okay, 22.
go. Okay. This the leather the
Leader.
the person wearing leathers hunter
Yeah.
says name's Cameron. That's spelt if you are interested, it is Cameron like this.
Oh,
Of course, it's spelled like that.
Yeah.
What other way would you spell that name?
Hamlin.
That's not what I wrote down. Okay.
Yes. So I think our intent is to improve the lot of the county, and I would hope that perhaps with Sedarius's permission, we could start by offering some gainful employment, you and the people here.
Some of us might be able to manage that, but some people are just too weak now.
And we shall take care of the weak while the others work.
They frown, but then they nod. They say, alright. Well, you'll need this barricade moved then. They gesture, and so the people who are trying to sell you stuff will shoulder their bags and start moving the barricade out of the way.
Yeah, I'll go and help actually. For
Yeah,
the
me
back
too.
here.
What are they selling? Is it mostly food or?
No, they're not selling food. They want food.
Yeah.
They're mostly selling like
Knickknacks.
mundane goods. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have some rations, by the way. This is 1715, so it's like 12 days.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll delete it. I'll give them to while we move back. I'll help them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think so. Kelsey would pass the guy 10 silver and say, hopefully this will help with acquiring food before you before we get to the estate.
Is anyone selling an instrument, even if it's a super bad one?
Yeah, you could definitely buy an instrument here. Like, maybe like a lute or something.
Yeah, well, whatever they have. I don't.
Mhm.
Yeah. What do they have?
Possibly panpipes. Probably a lute is a bit too fancy, but like panpipes
Yeah.
or like a lyre, maybe.
Yeah, I get panpipes,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I pay them regardless of what they want for that. I just pay them 1 gold.
Okay.
Is this like a covered like a seal?
Yeah, it's like a sealed carriage.
Okay. Nita's going to take a little break from looking protectively at her scones that she's been eating. Lean out the window and keep a close eye on Mercury. Make sure that none of these poor peasants steal her horse.
Reprobates.
Just quite covetous and nervously there.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. The whole place it makes her a bit uncomfortable. These grasping, unwashed hands. Ugh.
Oh my god.
So after an hour or so, maybe 45 minutes, but let's just call it an hour. The barricade is cleared, and you're able to continue on up the Oppara highway.
Okay. And as we're kind of travelling, I think Sir Kelsey would kind of be talking to the rest and kind of saying, I find it worrying that that people are being exploited by their lords and not being provided with the support that they need in difficult circumstances. I find this, yes, very concerning.
I agree. I wasn't expecting to find this place in this state.
Yeah. When I saw the roadblock, I thought, yeah, perhaps bandits, but these people, they just want to sell, like, they're just so eager to get anything.
Beneath all that shine and splendor of the capital, there lies the broken backs of the poor that sustain that system. I guess not even the entirety of the capital is that way. You go out of the golden streets a little bit and venture downwards, you'll find out that it's been this way for quite some time. There's a reason why Taldor is not half the empire it used to be, after all.
Yeah.
There are such mobs throughout the entire country.
I mean, it's probably not as bad on average as those people are. Most people probably still have some decent amount of food. They probably don't face starvation as those people seem to be facing at the moment. But yeah, their situation is definitely worse than you'd think from the looking at the richer parts of the nation.
Where have I heard none of this? Marat it's a land of rich wine. It should not be. It's strange.
Yeah, it is strange. I've learned about this from the monks even, but once I reached Oppara, there was, yeah, weirdly not much word about it in my father's circle. At least not towards me.
In the capital, you would not think of, there's unrest, but I would not think that people were going hungry.
I mean, Depends on which part of the capital.
Hmm.
She pokes nervously at her scones with her spoon.
Nobody's gonna take your scones. They probably need more whole foods.
Yes. Yes, well, that is good. I'd rather not see these go. Or... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
as you're traveling, you'll pass through Pensaris on your way north. It's a fishing village, but it's a pretty big fishing village. And you can see it's got the Oppara estate around it. And then by evening, I think, you're reaching the Palace of Birdsong.
Mhm.
So let's see. Here we go. Okay, so
What's a bird song? What is this place?
it is a fine. Sorry, I'm just waiting for the thing to load. So it's a fine, extensive estate, with various guest houses on the outskirts, and a long path leading up to the main building.
Uh, just checking in with everyone. What names are we using?
Yes, that's true.
Arvians.
Let's see, what's a good, Aurum. Yes, perhaps I shall be Aurum.
Okay, wait. Neither is Aurum.
Let's see.
I wrote down my chosen disguise name in parentheses beside the normal name. Oh, I don't think the token shows it.
No.
Can I modify the token's name?
Arvinus. Is that if I
Yes.
look at the party, then I can see it.
Yeah, cool.
That's smart. Ooh.
You just call me RV.
I wonder if Cyril will just adopt a female disguise since he's wearing a wig and a dress. But I don't think he will.
Mhm.
I think it might be he's a bit
Let's see.
too tall, and people here might not like trans people, so
Let's see. What are some, Aurelia? Aurelia, that's a good one. Yes. Aurelia Aurum Stanum. I'm to take a fake name, I shall take one of proper standing.
Alright.
I should just go by Sir Kelsey, but I shall drop my family name for the moment.
Okay.
Brad.
yeah, I couldn't come up with anything better.
Nice.
Hello, I'm Brad.
Picking a name, I never considered. Huh. And I have such fun with that. Oh, I could be called Conqueror.
Keep in mind, you're a hobgoblin.
I feel that's a quite stereotypical hobgoblin name.
The Conqueror?
Blood Conqueror, Steel Conqueror.
Hobgoblins are barbarians, are they?
I've
Are
not
they?
met. Well, the only hobgoblin I have known has been my father.
Oh, they are warriors. Oh.
Yes. Well, not all of us are.
How about Duncan the Destroyer? And then you can like make up some wild stories about all the things you've destroyed.
Ooh. What about Raffaella Ambrosius Cousteau?
Oh.
Anyone gets that reference?
I'm afraid not, no.
I'm afraid I did.
Yeah. That game is great.
What's the reference?
Disco Elysium. It's
Ooh.
Wait, I played Disco Elysium. Why didn't I get that?
Did you pick? Did you invent your own name?
No.
To start. Ah, there you go. Yeah. If you invent your own name, chances are you're going to get Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. It's a great name, and it's
I see.
yeah.
Nice.
And in my opinion, the canonical name of the main character.
I'm still looking to play that game, but I haven't yet.
Oh.
Yeah, good ending of that game is great. Anyway.
Okay, so, as you approach, feel free to approach. Feel free to move out.
Okay.
You can see the lights are on in the palace. You can see, this candlelight glowing from each room, from each window, and you can see, movement behind the windows as well. Seems like there are plenty of people inside.
Alright, let me see if I put the clothes on. Let me see.
What's the house policy on weapons?
Don't be
Oh, yeah.
openly showing your weapons. Like, you can be carrying them to.
Do they need to be peacebound?
They don't need to be peacebound, but they do need to be packed away somewhere.
Oh yeah, so I can't also wear my armor.
That'd be a bit, yeah. So
Some
Kinda
mouse
like-
stuff.
Say my
I'll-
shield is a fancy purse. Okay. I put my shield away.
Okay.
Fortunately.
Alright. I'll not even carry my weapon because I can summon it.
Yeah.
Can I wear hand wraps? I'm just gonna
Yeah.
wear hand wraps and I wear gloves above so no one can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass out to those who look like they aren't dexterous enough to defend themselves without.
Oh.
I have 2 Drakeheart mages to pass out in case fighting breaks out.
So yeah, one last time. Can we go over our cover story? One last time. Right before we go in.
Yeah.
Just a small reminder.
I am heir to the Bethany house,
Okay.
and that's the thing.
And we are your
I
friends.
inherited the
companions?
estate, the Bethany estate.
Yeah.
And I'm here for that.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are your friends and sycophants. Or
Yes.
yeah.
I could be perhaps a I don't know. If I claim to be a wizard, I don't think there are many hobgoblin wizards in this country. I think that would be
Can I
perhaps.
get that mutagen? And like,
Oh yes. Yeah. Let me pass you on.
yes.
Yes. Okay, I'll give one. That's
Really?
you wanted one for Darius, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. Anybody else want one? I got one.
Actually, I
more.
want one too. I want one too.
Okay.
I'm not wearing armor. I can't wear a full
Okay.
plate to a party.
I'll also
Can I?
pass out numbing tonics to the 2 of you.
And I'm gonna cover the sheet of my blade with like ceremonial
Oh,
things, so it looks like it's part of the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna keep it in the sheet.
Mhm.
And hope that's enough, because I'm not gonna. I don't know how to fit like almost 2 meter long blade somewhere.
Yeah.
oh, Cyril, I have something for you.
Yes.
I cooked it up special.
Wait, who
I
is
think-
Cyril? I am Brad, yes?
Brad and I, Theodosia, offer you this fine concoction.
Oh, Theodosia. Thank you so much. This is a fine concoction.
I'm sorry, were you Aurelia?
Well, I could be Theodosia Aurelia. I don't lie much. I'm not used to it. Perhaps. I don't know. Does Theodosia sound more convincing?
They're gonna
No?
ask you. They're gonna ask you. about the particulars of your background. The more details you provide them, such as a long name, they're gonna ask more about it.
Then-
Keep in
Theodosia
mind.
is fine.
I shall.
Theodosia Aurelia.
I'll
There we
just
go.
I'll just introduce you as part of Sidarius' staff. Nobody will care.
Yeah.
We will, yes. Perhaps I don't think I could cut much of a bodyguard, so.
Yeah, that'll be me. The
Uh,
bodyguard.
You are my
Okay.
magic teacher.
Yes.
So,
I suppose
so Cyril, do you wish to be disguised as a non-noble, or will you be a noble?
Ooh, I could be your court jester. Oh, I'm your jester. I put on plain clothes then.
So I suggest then that I will act as Sidarius's advisor and seneschal, and I will introduce Sidarius, and I'll introduce the rest of you as staff. Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
You may have more freedom to move around than Sidarius and I, which may prove beneficial.
Yeah, and I can easily get into spaces where, commoners or like maybe staff.
Yes. One understands there is often gossip behind the scenes at these events.
Hmm.
Oh, can I put down my familiar also?
Oh,
That
yeah,
would be
of
probably
course.
helpful with the sneak around. And my horse. After all, it is to be a debut, and, well, I'll make my debut. Oh my god, that's a big horse.
Yes.
Yeah, horse
I
is
look.
big.
I
Horse
look
is a
very
horse. Please leave the horse outside, Aurelia.
I'm not taking it inside, don't worry.
It is dead.
Oh no!
Oh, what?
Oh,
Does it say
You
that
can't
it's dead?
hover over it. Yeah, it says it's
Ah.
dead.
Oh, well, it's
me
not.
it says it's perfectly fine.
It's 0 hit points.
No, it's not.
It has 36 hit points.
It does.
Oh,
I
this
see
is
0
the
hit
cat.
points.
This is the cat. The cat is the problem.
Oh
That's
dear.
0 hit points.
Hold on. You
Oh, yeah,
do
the
not
cat
have
is
0
dead.
hit points. Let's Oh, it's because I removed the tough ability from them. So I think they lost all their hit points for some
Yeah.
reason.
By the way, Cyril has exactly 2 dislikes listed, and one of them is horses. So he stares at the horse with anger.
Hmm.
Do you dislike horses?
The horse, I
Apparently
imagine,
Cyril
stares back
dislikes
at you with
horses.
equal amounts of spite.
I dislike sand. It's coarse, rough, and gets everywhere.
I don't think you can say that about horses.
What?
They don't get everywhere. Like, it's difficult for a horse to get
I
places.
made a sand.
I know, but
But, we were talking about dislikes.
no worries. I
Yes,
was just trying
I
to be...
dislike horses. They are coarse and they get everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
We need that gif of the horse standing on the roof.
Oh,
Horse roof gif. What gif are you talking about?
It's not like a proper gif. It's just like...
Just an image?
is it the
it's just an
Witcher one?
image.
also this.
I think I
Roach.
have.
I don't know why I put it into inspiration, but
Because it's inspiring. That'll do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
Is this our party just rolling up to the place?
Yes.
I don't know
yeah.
why this is on a roof. I guess Fiddler on a roof. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, I love that show. It's from Fiddler on the Roof.
Ah.
I was wondering why I was showing up in Horse Roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
let's get back on
heading in?
track.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I will go and knock on the door.
Alright. A servant opens the door and you hear the sound of... Once I've found it, you will hear the sound of a fancy dinner party.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's the other one, sorry.
Good. What time is it? Is it
It's early
afternoon?
evening. Or mid-evening.
Good evening. Okay. Good Good evening. May I present Sir Darius Bettany and Steph. I am Sir Kelsey. He's Seneschal. Sir Darius?
The servant nods and says, Lord Count Lethede is this way.
Please lead on.
And this is Count Lethede.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Sir Kelsey.
This isn't a masquerade ball, right?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
Count Lothede. May I present what's the Bettany title? Is it? Would it be Lord Bettany?
Yeah, Lord Bettany.
Yeah. May I present Lord Darius Bettany? And I kind of just sort of to the side and just like half a step back.
Darius will do a formal greeting. Hello, Count Battleby. I'm Lord Darius, but sorry, what was my surname?
Bettany.
Bethany.
Bethany. I'm gonna note this down.
Beton.
Bethany. I'm Lord Darius Bethany. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, so Bartleby says, well met. I am Count Bartleby Lothede, steward of the County of Murat, Landgrave of the Highland Marches, and Tribune of Lothedar. It's quite the honour to be our new neighbours, we're sure.
Likewise.
So, would you like to make a diplomacy or deception check here?
Oh yes, I actually have Glad Hand.
Hmm.
I can immediately make an impression.
Ooh.
I would like to aid.
Yes. I would like to
You
I'll
stable the horse, I think.
yes. Oh, I'm going to make my own impression.
Right.
I'm rolling up on the horse. I'm here to make a show.
That's just a +1, isn't it? The aid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
What?
It's not really the make an impression thing, it's a bit different DC.
Okay.
Sorry. But yeah, it would be a DC of... Where has that gone to? Influence, here we go. Yes. So with a +1, that is a success.
It's added.
Oh.
+1 is
Oh,
added.
okay. In that case,
It's a fail.
yeah.
Wow.
Hey, you can still talk for a minute, then make another
This
impression.
is not impression though.
Yeah,
Right, let me
Thanks to
reroll
Glad
it.
Hand.
Let me use the first hero point of the session and make it burst.
oh no.
Oh no.
Make it a critical failure?
I mean, it's not a crit fail. I
No,
think.
it's not a crit fail. It's one off a crit fail.
Nice.
So,
So it's still a
Yeah.
fail.
yeah, still a
You
failure.
still got 1 minute conversation.
He says, yes. Greetings. You will be staying in one of the outlying guest cottages. May I introduce you to Dame Crab?
It would be my pleasure.
Strides over here. And the servant opens this door. Dame Parthena Crab steps out.
I think right.
Oh, it's not doing the names right, damn it. I'm gonna have to
Pass
edit that out.
a servant reins the horse.
Mhm.
Make a great big grand entrance, swaying and swaggering.
Okay.
And I have the horse do a little one of those little thingies.
You're gonna get kicked out.
Not into the house, you know.
He just rode inside the house.
Yes.
No.
I like that she's called Crab.
Oh, look up some crab. Oh. Shit, some fried soft shell crab. That smells so good.
So, Dame Parthener Crab, and you can see in the background her daughter. There you go.
So that poor girl
Please
looks
tell me
miserable.
her daughter is named soft shell crab
No,
or something. Oh,
she's named Cespinia.
One of them looks very sad.
sounds like a
She looks
much less
miserable.
pleasant flavor. God, she's
Who is it who has like
So
tremor
sad.
sense or whatever? By the way, because I can see
Ooh,
you can see that other
my,
people are in
uh,
other rooms.
my,
It's very
my
funny
cat
to me.
can.
Okay. Your cat knows where everyone is.
mm.
Shall we share the cat image because it's adorable?
Yes, chow cat them. Cat them.
Shall cat them.
A little porcelain cat. Very quiet for being made of ceramics.
Ceramic.
Just sort of pawing along. Its face is a lot less distinctive as the image. More kind of an impression of a cat's face.
I also realized it's super cool because you can just bring this cat indoors and it won't leave hair everywhere and stuff. So it's like
That's
probably
pretty good,
better
yeah.
received than a regular pet.
Yes. Ah.
So,
I'm going to.
Darius will bow to Dame Partina and introduces himself. I'm Lord Darius Bethany. Pleasure to meet you.
Enchanté. And she at least puts out her hand so you can kiss it.
Yes, of course, I shall do so.
Bartleby nods and vanishes into another room.
Can I do an impression on her?
Yeah. So, she begins to ask you questions.
Yes, of course.
She starts asking you about the latest gossip from wherever you've been. First of all, she asks you where you've come from.
Where have we come from? What was the state's name?
It was called Oppara.
Power.
Oh, the Oppara. We literally going with that? Okay.
don't have
I
to.
came from Oppara.
I mean, I
you
don't know
guys?
if he had a specific story for that as well.
Up to you.
Hi. I feel like we must have some gossip between us.
Yeah. I cannot go into the specifics, but we share some gossip. We came from Oppara, and I go into some details about some adventures maybe we experienced. I experienced, they experienced, without like going into specifics. So
Yeah.
no names and no places.
Yeah. Alright. Also, by the way, if you can avoid using the make an impression targeted thing because it's not got their stats in them. They're specifically influence stat blocks, which do not correlate to stat blocks.
Okay. I
So,
can do normal just diplomacy checks as well.
Okay, so you have 3 social rounds.
Ooh.
Well, okay, no, wait, sorry. 1 social round and 2 social rounds afterwards, and then it will be the end of the evening, and we'll start the Jubilee proper tomorrow. So, for the first social round, feel free to wander throughout the property. Mostly, there will be areas you're not allowed to wander into. And yeah, you can chat with people. You can open the doors and chat with people. And yeah.
Check everyone out. Is it like these are not private quarters or anything
No,
that I'm?
no, I'll let you know if you're approaching somewhere you can't go.
Okay. She looks so sad. I'm definitely gonna talk to her. If
Just
she lets me.
outside.
Yeah,
I've not met the Lothied patriarch before, right?
He's dead.
Oh.
Oh, yes, this is his son that we just met.
Yeah.
Okay. And is he the one who is holding my father as prisoner?
Pretty much.
Okay, shit. Okay, so, and I've not met this guy before, so he doesn't recognize me, and that's not
No.
going to.
This guy.
Okay. Well,
Down here, it's like the guy we met on the gala.
Mhm.
Just so everyone knows.
Check.
You made Baron Nicholas before?
oh, there's that bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a bad
God.
Who's
person?
this?
Ah, he looks like such an asshole.
He is.
Who?
Who looks such an asshole?
The Lothied,
Cazador guy?
Yeah, this
Sky.
guy.
This
Cazador.
fine fellow.
He,
Yeah. He looks like one of those people who thinks they're really charming, but they're actually not.
he's just John Travolta looking ass. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Like,
they
he thinks
just
like
took
he's
him.
very charismatic, everybody likes him, whereas he's just a jackass nobody likes.
I'm going
That's true.
to,
John Travolta is actually like, by the way.
Shall we?
Just before I get
So,
in.
by the way,
Mhm.
can I ask a question? Who was the Bane that the Lothid guy introduced us to? Like, why her specifically, of all people?
Dame
I do not
Pathfinder
know.
Crab, who is still following Darius around, and trying
Yeah,
to
but-
pest him for gossip. And other things like, is he married?
Oh,
I
did
am
give
too
that
young to
private
be
call?
married.
How old are
Okay.
you?
I'm 25.
You're not too young to be married, especially by noble standards.
It is a bit old by noble stat. Well, if you've
Males
never
are
married
normal.
before-
Mid-20s are normal for males.
It depends
oh
on the
yeah,
place.
don't go
For
down there.
men, it's-
Cyril.
Okay, sorry.
No
Yeah, I
worries.
noticed it's the private quarters. I'm not going to go down
Yeah.
there.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, so
Yes, so there are various people. The ones with the red token border are major people who you can influence. The ones with the grey token border are minor people who you can't really influence. There are also about 40 other guests. Cyril, you're not in the ballroom yet. You're not allowed in the ballroom yet.
Oh,
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I
no,
didn't
sorry.
realize.
I should have locked those doors.
He just wants to dance at the ballet.
Yeah, come on, man.
So, if you want to start influencing people on this first round, you can. Some guests are still arriving. So yeah, there are lots of unnamed guests. So yeah, if you want to start influencing people, feel free. Should we go into initiative so people can influence in order, or?
Sound good?
Sure.
Uh,
Sounds good.
Red border are more
will-
important than
Yeah.
silver border, but both can be influenced.
No. The silver borders don't have stat blocks.
Ah, okay.
Is that everyone?
Well, then I won't talk to her.
I think
Can I
that's
roll
everyone.
It's boring.
society? My initiative?
Yeah,
Since
absolutely.
I've got courtly graces.
My
I-
first natural 20.
Nice.
I automatically.
You actually got a nat 20 earlier on your perception.
Holy
so
shit.
Can I
Ah,
roll diplomacy for my initiative?
Can I also do that? I'd
Yeah.
rather roll it. Slightly better than Oh, I
Ooh.
rolled privately. Hope that's not a problem.
No,
God
it's okay.
damn.
It still comes through. So we start with Darius. Who are you
Right.
talking to?
well, Dame Pertina has been following me around, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna influence her.
Okay, cool.
So, what are the skills I can use?
So Dame Crab. You can use Taldor Law, Performance, Fashion or Nobility Law, Diplomacy or Deception.
Diplomacy it is then.
You can also use Discovery Law, Discovery checks as well. Okay.
Alright, that's a good roll.
Yeah. Right, so let me just make a note. Where have my notes gone? Fuck. Okay.
Crow. Right outside.
Ah, shit. I knocked my dice over. Sorry. Alright, so, what are you chatting with her about? Chatting about with her, even?
Well, she wants to know some gossip, so I share some gossip from my hotel.
Very nice. So I forgot to put one person in this map. Where's he gone? Okay.
The good Bishop Thaddeus was found running, quite embarrassed from such and such place.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Okay. So she's very intrigued by the gossip, and also very interested in knowing the details of your new. There we go. Knowing about your new estate, how much it makes a year, that kind of thing.
I would like to know those as well.
Hmm.
But that's I'm not gonna gossip around probably. Just some little information from here and there about the nobles from my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Okay. So next up is Kelsey. Who are you chatting with? And also, feel free to move about the building. More or
At the
less,
moment,
anyway.
I'm chatting with Baroness Adela Boynham.
Mhm.
So I'll kind of sidle up with a glass of something to kind of wash away the travel dust, and I'll kind of give her kind of a sort of a something kind of between a nod and a bow, and sort of, good evening. Are you enjoying the start of the festivities,
How
my
old is
lady?
Kelsey again, by the way?
He is 34.
Okay, cool. Yeah. She says, well, I am. At least the wine is fine.
Kelsey will kind of nod and yes, a good vintage. You you having trouble with crops or such like, or well, it's winter, isn't it? Actually, are the supplies of food holding out well in the county?
She says, well enough. She seems very, cold towards you at the moment.
Who is it you're talking to? I can't see you
Oh,
on the map right now. So
Over
Baroness
here.
Adela Voynham.
okay.
Oh, what's the brooch or the medal that she's wearing?
Yeah, you can do a society check.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, sorry, I meant to do it blind.
worries.
Sorry.
Whoops, didn't mean to pause.
Guessing I don't know.
I'm double checking. Yeah, it's some kind of military medal.
Yeah.
That's all you know.
Okay, I'll kind of nod to the medal and say, have you been in service to Talbot?
Obviously, yes. I was a commander of the phalanx.
Just write that down. Thanks. Okay. I will. I will kind of raise a glass and say, yes, to Taldor and her stalwart armies.
But she raises the glass as well.
I had the pleasure to serve in the diplomatic corps, but as you can see, I'm not built for military matters. But we serve how we can.
Alright. Would you care to do
I
an
would like
influence?
to. Yes, I would. Thank
Okay.
you. So So I think I get a +1 circumstance bonus from my envoy ring, which hang on, that's glaring. There we go. So I get a +1 circumstance
Yes.
bonus on diplomacy, society, and performance checks to influence NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Holy shit.
19. Nice.
That's a success. So, she seems a bit more amenable even. Yeah, she seems to appreciate your interest in Taldor and its history, and it's like, not like history, but like, it's like, you know, structures of Taldor.
That's my turn, I guess.
Okay. So, Cyril,
Yes.
who do you want to chat with?
I feel like since I'm posing as not a noble, it would be a bad idea to just talk. Like, I should probably basically join one of the conversations that are already going. Because, I don't know, just a jester walking up to some kind of baron and being like, yo, seems, I don't know, improper. I mean, yeah, saying yo might seem improper anyway. So I'm like, I don't know, what's respectful distance? I guess I'm like here-ish. She looks really cool, by the way, but I'm too scared to talk to her. And I just try to, when there is time, because like you're gossiping and stuff, but like once Darius and Dame Parthena Crab's conversation dies down, I'm like, would you like me to provide you with a tale of our good Baron? What's your lord?
Nice.
Surname?
Bethany?
Bettany, yeah. Of our good Lord Bettany's exploits. And then I like to, because I feel like I'm not of a status to like talk to her directly, or she might take that. So I'm just trying to basically sing your hymn to her, basically. If that's, I don't know, is that a thing that you might do? Like is that a thing that noble people do? Do they just have someone who's like screaming, "Hey"?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bard, tell my tales.
With pleasure. Yeah, and I'd like to say yes. When I've been there. We were surrounded by bandits who had just killed our coach person driver, and they were asking. They were threatening to kill me, and I know I'm only a lowly commoner, but the Lord, Bethany, has such a great heart, and then I sing the tale of his heroic fight with the bandits while he also saved me and everyone else involved, and yeah, it's a great ballad of his. I feel like, yeah, it might be a bit, well, but it's also, it's with a kind of tongue-in-cheek, like it's not super duper serious, but it definitely paints him in a good light. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's, I don't know if you can technically roll performance. I can also just roll diplomacy. It doesn't make a difference.
You can roll performance for her.
Okay, cool. I would also, if that's all right, cast Technical Accompaniment, which is a cantrip which gives me +1. Because
Yeah,
I have.
they might think it's a bit gauche, but you can do it.
I mean, yeah. I'll just do that, yes. It seems appropriate for what I'm doing, so. Yeah. going to use a hero point. I have so many.
Okay.
That's better. All right.
Are you wearing any jewelry?
Yes, but minor. Like I'm
Okay.
I'm supposed to be a commoner.
Yeah.
So no long earrings, but maybe like
Mm.
some, how do you say, the small ones?
Yeah, studs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
No worries. Yeah, so she seems mildly impressed, but not too impressed.
Okay, at least I didn't make it worse.
Yeah.
Then
Mhm.
I don't know, I bow and yeah. Maybe I should have sang about her beauty and stuff, but I felt too, I don't know.
Yeah.
Does the masks that we have help?
Oh, you're not wearing the masks at the moment. It's not the masquerade part yet.
Ah,
Oh,
not
okay,
yet.
so we're not very.
Wow, the masks are actual physical masks. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even. Oh, okay. I thought they were more like you buy everything to forge a new identity. Oh, I see. Okay.
Must fine.
Okay. So, Nita, who are you trying with?
Okay. Who looks like a big nerd or like an intellectual type here?
I mean, honestly, Bartleby. He's the nerdiest of them all.
Bartleby. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to Bartleby.
Okay.
Your enemy.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
a low seed.
Or maybe talk to the Tribune and keep an eye on the guy before getting too close.
Okay.
What's a tribune? Like, what's that title?
It's in this case, it's like someone who looks after a settlement.
So,
Kind of like, I can't remember the other word.
ranger?
No.
Or like a-
Like a mayor type
Magistrate?
sort of.
Let me Google
She's
this.
feeling fine now. I'm gonna talk to him.
Mhm.
So, Lord Bartleby Lothede. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yes. And he looks over at you and says, you were the, what exactly?
I am a wizard, a magical tutor to your, I guess, Lord Darius Bethany. I am serving to advise on magical matters, act as a court wizard to his small estate. I know, you may be thinking, strange to see a hobgoblin in such a profession, given my people's opposition to arcane arts. But, in fact, I am inspired by the works of some notable hobgoblin wizards that have been truly breaking new ground within Taldor. I am sure you have heard of the great Zukrir Smoke. Goes and flashes her pointy teeth in an awkward smile.
Sakura Smoke, the name is familiar, yes. I
Yes,
don't
I'm
recall
sure.
why.
I'm sure that it is. But yes, that is why it is normal for me to be a wizard. Now, I was wondering if we could speak of such things. I've heard that you are something of an arcanist, and it would be not unfavorable to know, well, to discuss such things. I am afraid that Darius is not the most inclined to the higher levels of the magical arts and mystic practices.
That is a shame. I do wish we had rather more arcane knowledge in this county.
Indeed, indeed. Well, the state of such things, I am of the opinion, and I know that it will never be introduced into the broader court, politic, especially given recent circumstances, that some arcane matters should be introduced as a part of basic educational curriculum, as part of the artes liberalis. What do you think?
He pauses for a moment, rests on his cane a little bit, and says, "Yes, I do think
Neither
that
rests on her cane the same way.
Yes, I do think that such a thing would be of use. Could prove rather a good development in our nation's intellectual health.
I'm glad that we
Of course,
agree.
the
and
money has
speak
to come from somewhere.
Oh, yes, but well, the money can surely be paid for, and the dividends that, such a development would bring in a nation of even passable transmuters could vastly speed up the industrial productivity of our serfs and whatnot.
He pauses and then says, "You're implying we should be educating the peasants in magic?"
No. Educating the burghers in magic, at least those who have a proper education there. But us towns and whatnot with a ready supply of magical acolytes would enable new forms of labor and new forms of productivity from the ordinary chaff of our great nation.
He raises an eyebrow.
The peasants, of course. I mean, have you seen the state of the beggar wood? I see why it has such a name. Ugh.
You know, are you one of us, Nitra? I mean, there's an imposter among us.
Anita is just surprisingly good at reading a situation.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Well, Neither is a bit of an ass in many ways. So, getting along with snooty rich people is. She's a bit snooty.
yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do...
Yes. Can I roll something?
Yes, you can. Would you like to roll Arcana, since you've been talking about magic?
I would love to roll Arcana. Hell yeah. And I'm not going to use assurance. Come on, big money. No!
Oh no.
I'm going to hero point that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Come on. Nat 20!
Nice.
Yes.
Alright. That's perfect. That
And
will
what was
get
it?
you...
Accelerated.
3. Very nice. He does seem mollified once you say it's the burghers you want to educate, not the peasants, because he was getting pretty worried about that. About that line of conversation. But yeah, he's more amenable to this now, to this concept.
Yes, of course. It's all abstract for the present, but it is such a interesting possibility what magical practice can do for our society, for our nation. You consider yourself a patriot, Count Lothide.
Of course.
Of course, yes. And we all say that we are patriots, but the actual practice of it becomes much more difficult, isn't it? Recent events.
His brow furrows ever so slightly.
Well, what with the chaos spreading, I'm sure you've heard some rumors on the wind.
Thankfully, such things will not reach this county.
I see. Well, if you are not aware of. She kind of gives her a little tilt of her head to try to let the guy finish so she can figure out how much he actually knows. She's not really trying to necessarily get him on side, but wants to learn about this guy, since in theory he is her enemy.
Yeah. He doesn't finish your sentence for you. He just kind of raises an eyebrow.
I see. Well, it is impressive how comfortable and peaceful these pastoral lands can be so far removed from the politics and serious conflicts at our nation's center. Well, I would not be remiss to sharing such things if perhaps we could talk. Perhaps we could speak a little bit on the more sensitive gossip later. I would be glad to share some news from the capital that goes beyond the what's-its and who's-its of bishops running naked from brothels and gaffs at the ball.
His eyebrow remains raised, but he inclines his head. Okay.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance then.
All right. Shall we go to Arzamstel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
So, right. So is this where so this is the only person who's left talking? Who's left to talk?
No, Baron Oppara is in here.
Oh yeah, there's also one more person, so let me check that out. So who's this guy, by the way? You guys met him before.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was met at the party at the start.
We don't know much about him. I think he was hesitant to support the princess because he feared for the kingdom's stability. But I didn't write down much more. I think it wasn't. He
You
wasn't.
made a pretty good impression on him, to be honest.
Yeah,
Especially Nito.
but we can't really be like, oh hi, it's us again.
Okay, yeah, I mean, well, so that or the other person, I guess I'll go with the person you guys have met, Baron Nikolaos Oppara. Yeah. What's he doing? Is he sitting on just a chair?
Yeah, he's just
nothing?
chatting with some local nobles who are not pictured.
Yeah. Can I find a way to what are they talking about? Basically, to without interrupting the conversation, insert myself into it.
Yes. So, they are discussing the local situation, the local kind of like response to the Exaltation massacre.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably cut once there's a small bit of lull, he's gonna catch that smallest bit of lull to say, I believe news from the capital are certainly worrying about to these locals. They have their own issues, while I and others, a few friends, and the boss man, the Lord Bethany, while we were coming here, we were stopped by a bunch of peasants along the Beggar's Wood, and well, their situation certainly didn't seem good. They seem to be on the verge of starvation. I believe they may have other issues than the Exaltation massacre to worry about. In this region, at least. Let's take the plot hook. Let's take the hook.
He says, yes, it is. It's a very worrying situation some of the peasants are finding themselves in. The other nobles at this point seem to be kind of snorting or like sniffing and talking to each other instead. Baron Oppara turns to you and says, yes. You say you met these people in the Beggarwood?
Yes.
What were they doing there? That's in
Well-
one barony.
Well, I'm guessing they were trying to hope that they could stop. Well, there was a barricade on the road and road stop, which my suspicion was that they put it there, but not for banditry. They didn't attack or threaten us or anything. They were just hoping that we would buy the knickknacks that they were selling and get some food for it. They more than money, they desired food, and well, we had some food on us, so we gave it to them.
That's
you know.
very good of you, but they shouldn't have been trading legally. He looks
Well-
concerned.
Well, some of them looked some of them looked very thin. If they're lacking that much food, what are they doing with the taxes, I wonder? What are they spending those taxes on? They're certainly not spending on the food for the peasants who produce to set food. By the way.
Yeah, he seems very kind of, what's the word, like his face kind of turns down, I guess, like very down, and he says, well, we are bound to help them. I do my best to roll up my sleeves and get involved when I can. Of course, events like this, he lowers his voice a bit, tend to take a bit of time. That could be spent better elsewhere. But such things are necessary in the end.
I believe it's the duty of their peers. You know, these no offense to you, my lord, but some of the fellow high nobles, lords, and barons, I believe they're derelict their duties. They're not doing their duties properly, and it's the duty of their peers to remind them of their own duties, to pressure them, lest some more what's the word for it, like bandits or some disloyal people raise like hell, like people turn to banditry and crime to get some food. It's the duty of their fellows to remind them of their duty. Thus, so this guy's I better put beat on this guy. And basically I'm asking him, like, he's a fellow baron, right? Like, just pressure your fellows to be a bit more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
With this speed, sure.
Diplomacy or deception,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah, diplomacy. I'm genuinely asking him to,
Yeah.
to talk to your fellows. And I'll hero point that.
Okay.
Because that's a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's better.
Okay. Let me double check. Actually, wait. Did I do the sensible thing? I did the sensible thing. Perfect. I put the notes in their stat blocks in Foundry, so I don't actually have to keep switching tabs.
Hey, you smarty.
Big brain.
At least I thought I did.
Oh.
There we go. There we are. Alright, that is not quite a success, but he does seem very pensive and thoughtful.
Okay. Oh, I tried. That's my turn.
Actually, wait.
Wait.
No, yeah, you get a bonus actually for the thing, so that is a success. Cool.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And a bonus.
Alright.
Okay.
So that is the end of our round of influence. And at this point, Bartleby rings a bell, and where's this gone? Rings a bell, and a group of servants emerge. Emerge from. Where are they coming from? They're just out here, I think. They're outside, I guess. So yes, some servants emerge. One of them.
Food? Is it food?
It is not food.
Ah,
So,
waste.
everyone is sorry. Yeah, they begin to. Everyone begins to gather in the grand ballroom up here. So you can all move up there if you'd like. I'm just gonna move everyone really in a sensible way because it's just annoying otherwise. So yes, everyone moves into the ballroom, and
Since I'm not officially posing as a noble, am I still welcome in the ballroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we are
Yes.
going to the ballroom,
Mhm.
which is
Oh, I wonder if I should just try to sleep with Titus and then be mean to him so he feels bad. Just out of spite, but I won't. That seems too much effort.
Oh shit! Well, Feet, I'm gonna move over to the other side. Try to deliberately avoid bumping into him.
okay.
While Nita is not wearing the same outfit that she wore for the Grand Day of Exaltation, she is still kind of recognizable. I think she's wearing like a nice, long silken dress with like a lot of fur trims and a thin fur coat running down to her hips.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, let me just... Coming in from this side, actually. So, Bartleby gathers everyone and stands in the centre of the room and explains, that you will now be assigned your personal servants for your stay here. He begins to assign various servants to various people or individual groups, and, your servant is to be Purple Finch.
okay. He looks like what Brad is trying to be.
Yeah, true.
With that name, I would have assumed they were Knoll.
She begins to greet you, make some jokes. They're not very good.
I love my ass off.
Your best friend just showed up.
Yeah.
And
Let's see if she betrays us as well.
all bards are evil.
Yeah.
Sorry. So yes, Dame Crab and her daughter are heading off to their rooms. Baroness Adela is also heading off. Basically, everyone is retreating to their rooms for now, and Purple Finch will lead you to your the guest cottage that you're staying in on the outskirts of the estate. She will then explain to you the schedule of the Jubilee. So, tomorrow morning there will be a light breakfast, during which there'll be some social influence around. And then there'll be a tournament. A jousting tournament.
Ooh, neater. You
He
just
is
learned how
magic.
to ride.
Is magic banned from the jousting tournament?
I'm not
I mean,
sure. No, yeah, it is considered gauche and a violation of the rules.
Can I participate on a donkey?
Gosh. I mean, is it jousting just like you take a lance, you get a horse, and you just try to unhorse the other guy? Yeah, that's it.
I know.
Where does the magic
Is it
fit into that?
Well, you could strike the shield with magic instead of a lance.
Or
Yeah,
you
but
mean
that's
you
not
become
jousting
level-
anymore, is it?
Can all of us participate?
Yeah,
Freely?
anyone can participate, I think.
Oh shit!
Then
Any
why
guest
wouldn't
willing to
we?
participate.
Is it gonna be like skill checks or like an actual combat where we roll initiative?
It's I believe it's skill checks. I'm double checking now. I can't remember.
That's a shame.
What kind of skill checks?
It is a shame, otherwise our fighter would easily have this.
Yeah, because as a fighter, yes, I would have won that.
Yeah.
You have
I
to
mean, if
do
it's a...
accidentally.
an animal.
Okay.
It's athletics.
You have to do a nature check
Mhm.
Oh,
And an
to
animal.
avoid being unseated, and an attack roll to unseat
Oh,
them.
nice.
A nature
Okay.
check is the only problem.
Hmm.
yeah, I won't
Nature
join.
check
I
to
don't like
ride.
horses.
Um,
Well, I have the
And-
ride feat. Would that cover the nature part?
let me look at that.
It's
You automatically succeeded at controlling your horse, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would. But that means you don't. If you don't risk the ride check, you don't get the bonus on your attack roll.
well, if I participate, that's at least something. I might be able to come up with a clever way to win this.
So as you're discussing the jousting tournament, a Purple Finch looks a bit nervous and then she says, "Well, there's more as well. Will also be those who aren't interested in jousting can play Troco.
What's that?
It's a game similar to it's a combination of snooker and golf.
All right.
So yes,
Okay.
and
Snooker? What's snooker?
billiards.
What's billiards?
It's like
Oh, yeah.
a pool table.
Bilardo.
Sounds
Okay,
like
yeah.
maybe
Now I
acrobatics
realize it. Billiards.
or
Yeah.
sleight
Bilardo.
of or thievery or something. So I might join that.
Well, ultimately, snooker is just mathematics, so I'm sure I'd be great at it.
Okay. And after that, there will be a feast in the evening. Some entertainment. And dancing.
Right.
The second day involves breakfast and a hunt. Then a feast and a masquerade ball. Purple Finch also mentions the dance of the phalanx will be played.
Okay. Do we know what that is?
Those of you who are Taldan probably know because it's quite well known. It's part strategy game, part waltz.
Okay.
That sounds exciting.
That's cool.
What was the game called?
The dance of the phalanx.
Ooh, interesting.
You see me get really excited when I hear that.
Strategy.
Competitive dancing.
Proper noble pursuit.
So, she explains all this to you while she's leading you to your cottage, and then you can rest for the night, get ready and prepared for the next day. Ask her any questions if you have any.
So,
Is she wearing her flute on her body anyway, or like is it visible?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask her. Are you going to be part of the entertainment tomorrow?
She says, well, I mean, I'm just here to guide you, really. Well, your baron, your lord.
Mm-hmm. All
She
right,
seems quite nervous.
that's a shame. I'm sure you would make some lovely music.
She blushes. Says, that's very kind of you. Very, very, very kind of you.
Don't worry.
well, Brad here is no noble. Brad here is the same as you, Finch. You know,
Yeah.
he's
No
just,
need to.
you know. Yeah.
No need to use any honorary titles or anything. I'm trying the same as you. Apparently, I'm trying my hand in performing entertainment, and I take out my pan flute, but I don't start playing. That's a bit too much.
Arslan will like throw his, or rather, Arvinus. Sorry, Arvinus will throw his arm around Brad's shoulders, that friendly manner, and smile at Finch and say, like, yeah, I mean, the results are debatable, but Brad is certainly trying.
But yeah,
Friendly, like banter.
yeah, I know. I look playfully offended.
Okay. So,
All right, so there's that cottage.
Oh, I do have a question about the. Now you say a light breakfast. How light? And Nieder proceeds to ask a bunch of questions about like, so what food are they serving? Is there anything? Is there anything good? Can I make requests to the chef?
So the breakfast on the day of the joust is quite light. It is just gonna be like fruits and breads and jams and things. A bit of like sweetmeats and stuff. I don't know what people eat. Sorry. I just have cereal. Just average breakfast.
Okay.
But the meal there will be a feast that night. The feast of the victor. And the next day in the morning there will be, she says, spitchcock eel.
Ooh. Eel about here. Must be river eel. Ooh. No. I once had a very fine river eel. Oh, was cooked up in this, baked in a loaf of bread. Which sounds bad, but it was,
Okay.
eel positively jellied inside of the breading.
Wait, jelly deal? Jelly deal is disgusting.
Yeah, that sounds super bad.
Oh, not that peasant sailor stuff, but it was more akin to like a sweet meat jam inside,
Oh.
rich and savory.
Fried eel can be good.
I prefer the eel sashimi myself.
Yes.
They do some wonderful things in Tien with fish. Yes.
I must ask you sometime about Tien food. Oh, whole food culture is untouched, unknown.
Yes, they have some fine dishes. Yes.
Her eyes look like dinner plates at the thought of a whole continent of food she's never had.
Yes, some of the diplomatic corps they go to a great deal of trouble to take their Taldane cooks and chefs with them and so on. Lord Bazar and I found it most auspicious to sample the local cuisine and show our willingness to build an understanding of our hosts.
I can see. I mean, you wear it on your chest, quite literally.
Indeed.
All right.
Okay.
Let me get to the joust.
Yeah. Do you want to have a joust?
I wanna have a joust.
I want to watch the joust and curse at the horses.
I wanna fail at riding the horses. I wanna try and miserably fail at them.
I want to succeed at the riding the horses, but then fail at the fighting.
Nice.
Yeah.
And let me try and succeed at both of them.
You have nature
Wait.
trained? Nice.
Yes.
I know what to do. I know how to win this joust. I'll tell you when we get there.
Okay. So, as the next day will dawn, I can't advance the time because we're in initiative. Damn it. Maybe we should exit initiative so I can advance time while we still have the social rounds. Okay. We'll just stay in the same order if that's okay though. Darius, Kelsey, Cyril, Nita, Arslan, or we can just switch it around. It's not too important. But yeah. So, the next morning, you can have breakfast in the dining room, which is to your south.
South.
And there are 2 social rounds over breakfast.
2 social rounds.
Okay. I'm gonna sit here. Oh wait. Oh,
You can hold shift to go off grid.
okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Do we have enough seats here?
Yes, there are enough seats.
They will-
They're just not pictured.
Is it rude if I sit here? Where can I sit? Where do I
Sit
feel
You're
like?
wherever.
gonna sit on the
Okay.
question.
Mm?
With the Titus Lothied there.
He doesn't
is
seem to have
that-
recognized you.
Oh, thank goodness. He was pickled. Ah,
Just
How do we track- how
Crab
do
look
you
look
make
as
it?
sad as her picture.
Yes, Sespinia does look very sad.
Oh,
Sepsinia, sorry.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like playing with your food is probably bad manners, but I don't know. I'm cutting a smiley face into a carrot and I give it to her. Something like
Oh,
that.
gosh.
I don't know. No,
Okay.
I won't. No, I don't want to be thrown out. I have to. What should I do? Yeah, no.
Feel like really tightly packed here.
Well, it's like, if you think about it, this table is actually secretly like 25 feet long, so you're not actually.
Yeah, so like no, I mean like we're all tightly packed here, whereas this region is like not that full.
True.
I just tried to put the NPCs on chairs.
Ah,
Oh, I like to think that Cyril is just like squatting but in the air.
yeah. Just sitting on the table.
Can I sit here? Squats.
it's
One of those waiters that runs around on top
a
of the
great chair.
the table.
Great chair.
Okay. So, let's see, it's dawn, and then it's that. So, the next morning, the 9th of Forest, Fire Day, you get to have some influence rounds with these lovely, lovely nobles. So anyone, we were going with Darius first, I think?
We can do that.
Mhm.
I wanna do some influencing, but the discovery check.
Yes.
That's perception, or can we use something else?
Where has it gone?
What's the influence system? Right, maybe open that shit.
Wrong one.
Where is it?
Wrong one as well. Okay. Where is it?
I wonder if we can gain influence
Ah,
points
it's called
with
that.
Parthena Crab by talking to her daughter. Maybe if we somehow manage to share up.
Okay, so discovery. I tell you the discovery checks and then you try and figure out which one you want to use, right? So you can do perception, or nobility law, or arcana.
Perception it is then.
Mhm.
And I wanna know the weakness.
Okay. So that would be. His weakness is that if you share with him arcane knowledge or fine antiques, he will like you more.
Where do we get fine antiques?
Arcane
Iron
knowledge.
breakfast.
I think I might have
Yeah, I mean, okay.
antique stone.
So minor, not really a spoiler, but you will be able to influence these people outside of the town of Jujubli as well. So, you know, you can be like bank that knowledge for later kind of thing.
Alright.
Mm.
Let me
Mm.
bank that knowledge.
These are antiques, by the way, I think.
The portrait,
Oh.
the cameo is, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a
worth
bit
20
weird to be
gold.
like, hey, you want this portrait?
Yeah, but like,
Start offering him all of her items.
yeah.
Also,
What do
like,
you
it's
think
a
of this-
portrait of a person. That's what's making it weird.
Wait, I still have a Gishvit in my backpack.
You do, yeah.
Okay.
Have you been feeding it?
Yes, I most certainly have been. I've been feeding. You know what? I've been feeding it all of the letters that I have tried to write to
Aw.
my father, and I gave up. I just feed it into the Gishvit like a paper shredder.
Okay. So who would like to go next?
It was Kelsey
Yeah.
and I think So he's going to re-establish contact with the Baron Akira. So Baron is actually somebody who he met at the Grand Exaltation, and he succeeded in positively influencing him, as I recall. So I'm kind of just going to just kind of sort of quietly, kind of as sort of a babble of conversations going on the table. I'm just going to kind of lean sort of to my side slightly, and just it's good to see you alive and well, Baron. We lost too many good people on that day.
The Baron looks a bit.
I thought we were trying to be undercover, but I guess not. Okay.
Well, the Baron knows me because we spoke at the Senate thing. So I'm just I'm being kind of discreet.
Yeah.
I've met him before too, haven't I?
Yeah. He liked you.
Okay. That's a problem for future later.
So yes. So just kind of speaking sort of discreetly to him. Yeah.
He gets a slight look of recognition in his eyes, and then he says, I see. Yes, it is good to see you're safe as well. You're working with the Baron of the Lord of Bethany now.
Indeed, yes. Providing my services. Yes. I assume we'd have kind of swapped notes a little bit sort of the night before. So whatever name Aslan was going by when he was speaking to the Baron.
Arvidas,
Avi.
Arvi.
Yes, I understand you spoke with one of my companions the evening, sharing some concerns about the local situation. We're hoping to be able to work towards improvements for loyal lords such as yourself and also your people. May I aspire towards your assistance in such matters?
He nods and says, "Of course. I do what I can to assist in the lives of my people. I fear as things wear on, this may become more difficult, but I will try nonetheless."
Thank you, Baron. You, if I may be so bold, I believe you represent the exemplar of our noble classes. Certainly, that was my impression when we last spoke, and continues to be so. And I'll kind of give him kind of a sort of a very sort of low sort of nod.
Okay. He says, "Well, the goodness is associated with obedience and with service." But he has a bit of a troubled look in his eyes when he says that.
I'd like to maybe try and understand what might be causing that.
You could, but it would be instead of doing an influence check.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So is that a perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're not sure. You think he's having some doubts, but you're not sure exactly why or what for.
Okay.
He's having doubts. Interesting.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's good to know.
Okay. So who is up next?
I have a quick question
Yeah.
about this. So what did you learn about this person exactly?
Baroness Adela Voynam.
Mhm.
You know she is a former military commander.
Right. Great.
And she seems impressed by Kelsey's commitment to the Taldane way of life traditions. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that part, but I didn't remember. I remembered her having a military background, but I wasn't sure. Maybe
Yeah.
I thought I may have written wrong. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. If everyone is fine with it, I would like to talk with her.
Mhm.
Nobody else. With Baroness Adela Boynum.
Go ahead.
Right. Aslan sits down right between Baron Oppara and Baroness Adela. He greets Baron Oppara and then turns towards the Baroness and says that I heard from my good friend Sir Kelsey that you're a retired military officer or commander.
Yes.
I'm former military myself. Was a field medic on the battlefield. Spent some years though. Unlike you, I didn't have the pleasure of retiring. I became more of a traveler and friend to Sir Darius, Lord Darius over there.
She quirks a brow and says, "Which regiment were you with?"
Well, sadly, I wasn't with the Taldane regiment. He never told them that he was Taldane.
Mm-hmm. She says, "I can see that much."
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious, Yes. But still, I've always been impressed by the Taldane military. The phalanx, the legendary phalanx that is unbreachable. I've always been impressed by it, and I wanted to learn more about it. Not in a military sense, but hear about your own experiences. Genuinely. Because, I have warfare lore. I'm genuine to this stuff.
Okay. I think that's a valid option.
Yeah. Warfare lore is +6. Ooh, that's intelligence. Can I use diplomacy?
Oh,
I'm yeah.
sorry, I just realised something.
Oh, what?
I messed up. It's fine though.
Okay.
The grey people do have stat blocks. I just forgot they had stat blocks because they don't have stat blocks in the original book, just in the conversion. So
They are influenceable as well.
yes, except Sepsinia.
Oh, all right.
The sad girl doesn't care.
That's so sad. I want her to not be sad.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I want to talk with her about stuff.
Mhm.
Experiences. I want to use diplomacy though, rather than
Okay.
warfare. Because I'm not smart. Me dumb soldier. Or maybe actually, can I use medicine if by sharing my experiences as a field medic while she shares her own?
You could, but it's not one of the valid skills, so it would be
Okay.
a penalty.
Harder. Yeah, I'll just use diplomacy.
Okay.
I'll hero point that. Why did I roll a 4 again?
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's not a
better.
crit fail anymore.
It's just a double fail. Cool.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay.
Hey. Who looks the most... Can I... is it right if I go?
Yeah.
Who looks the most kind of hedonistic and, of the party people?
Hmm.
However, honestly speaking.
Mhm.
Possibly her. Possibly the guy in the leopard skin cloak.
Oh,
yeah, that's
Possibly
true.
fair
Titus.
Oh yeah, true. The ass.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
Oh, yeah.
gotta
become
consider.
best
So-
friends with Titus, please, and then be mean to him.
So Crab, wait, so was Crab one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think I'm going to try to charm Dame Crab.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You know, ah, Dame Crab, I believe? I don't know that we have been yet introduced.
Ah, yes, you're that. What are you again? You were a hobgoblin tutor, weren't you?
I prefer the title of wizard, but yes. Our lover of life. Goes and reaches out her hand to take the ladies.
Mm-hmm. She allows you to kiss it.
She gives hobgoblins don't have hair, and I imagine they probably have very strange skin, like a fish. But
Mhm.
now, I have the impression that you are someone who enjoys the finer things in life. Do you need someone to freshen up your drink, perhaps?
Why not?
Ah, excellent. I have a few friends. And I'm going to cast Helpful Wood Spirits to create a little parade of kodamas on the table
Mhm.
to go and fetch, food and booze and whatnot as a little parade to try to delight the audience. Kodama look like, let's
They're
see,
the
where's
little dudes with the little holes in their face, right?
yeah, they're tiny little wood spirits. They're very cute. I'm going to let's see, how do I copy the image? Here we go. There, I post them in inspiration. Tiny little Studio Ghibli looking critters that go and skip along the table. And go and how about that for a bit of for a few servants in the house, huh?
Sorry.
Yes. I think Anita's just trying to delight people with little magic tricks
Yeah.
of this, having her little Kodama parade go and, dance about and bring people wine and be, just like socialize and bond with people over being a bunch of rich, spoiled nobles who love to drink fancy wine
Yes.
and be entertained by clowns. What would I roll for that?
I think you could roll for performance, maybe? If that's valid? That's good?
It's possible I could just roll diplomacy.
Yes.
I'm terrible at performance.
You can definitely just roll diplomacy.
Okay. Does this count as making an impression?
For bonuses, yes. I think. No,
Okay.
wait, it doesn't. Sorry, it doesn't. Influence is separate from making an
dang.
impression. Sorry.
Otherwise, my let's see. Could my familiar ambassador help? Because they have the ability. They know how to act cute or focused on cue, helping me make a good impression. Would that help with being, with delighting and charming party guests? Perhaps.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. Okay, then I get the bonus of an aid success there, which I will that. Okay, come on, big money, big numbers. Cute.
Nice.
This is like, okay. Well, I'm very glad for it. I don't understand why I'm getting so lucky at these things, and not at any of the combat. I just know I'm gonna get crit down. Yeah.
What?
So yeah, spilling out of her, dress pockets and whatnot, come a little army of wooden critters parading through the table and whatnot, doing little somersaults. The cat goes and playfully like swipes at them like they're hunting a mouse, and kind of goes around looking for like pets from people and whatnot, and nuzzling them, being bringing the fun creatures to the party. Because who doesn't love the party dog?
Dame Crab claps, like actually genuinely claps a little bit, and says, "Oh, Subsinia, do look."
I direct the Kodama to go and form a little cheerleader pyramid, which they then collapse out of very quickly, very comically falling. See, some joys and entertainment. Magic be not just a matter of serious things of evocation and violence and all this conflict and academic rigmarole seriousness. It can be joyous and a welcome accompaniment to a feast. I once had, a unseen servant going, and when I was particularly exhausted from a night of drinking and partying, had it readying me my remedy for the previous day's excesses before I had even gotten out of bed. I know, sloth is a vice, but oh, how convenient it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my round.
Okay. All right. So that leaves us with Cyril or Brad.
Yes. True. I forgot. Yeah, Brad is probably then, trying to talk to the one important person that we haven't talked to. Also, I assume just by how you described her status, she's not actually a noble, right? She's elected.
No, she's an honorary tribune.
Okay. So then hopefully she won't mind that I talk to her. Yeah. Okay. I guess I I don't know what to talk about with that person.
Let's see.
I don't know, I won't immediately start talking to her. I might just basically, if she looks like she wants to be left alone, then I won't bother her. But I guess I'll just try to ask her, is it nice to talk about work during breakfast? Probably not. But still, I guess I'll just try to ask her basically how she thinks things are faring right now here, like how because we know it's not great, but I don't have to tell her that immediately. She might get offended that I imply she's not doing a great job. So
I mean, yeah. To try to be cautious.
yeah.
So what's your starting approach?
I mean, I'm probably unless she looks very grumpy, I'll
She looks like she feels out of place more than grumpy.
Ooh, same. Okay, nice. Then I smile at her and say, "Hello. I don't think we've been introduced. I am Brad. I am the traveling companion of this lovely man," and I gesture broadly into the direction of actually of all of you, I guess, because I'm all of your companions. But Darius is the main person, I guess. Um,
She smiles at you and says, "Ah, yes, I am Honora Piscum. Python?
uh,
Python. Let's go for Python."
yeah. Forgive me the directness, but are you noble? I don't know. It's just you seem more like a person who, and I like lower my voice, who works more directly with the people, if I might say so.
She says, "Well, I am by birth just a country girl. I became tribune of Stachys after my husband died, and he only became tribune after Lady Alice Bettany died.
Oh, I see.
There were no heirs, and so they had to outsource to us. Until, of course, now, when your Lord Darius has become the heir."
Oh, so. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope this doesn't. I could see how a position you probably worked hard for your whole life just being stripped from you is probably hard to swallow.
She leans in a little bit and says, "Frankly, the less politicking I have to do, the better."
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's
Although,
understandable.
and then she leans out again and then says, but I do think it is important to have a real local in charge of things, not just, well, she trails off like she doesn't want to say something rude in front of these people.
Mm. But I nod, like I catch your drift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. It also, it seems like it's such a, well, both a tight-knit community, but also it seems to have, frankly, it seems to have encountered some problems lately, and I feel like one would have to be very smart and probably careful and knowledgeable about the exact nature of the people to deal with them. So I see what you're saying. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, frankly, I myself, I mean, luckily, this isn't going to be my position, but I am fully uneducated in all these things. Would you mind enlightening me what it is you need to do on a daily basis? And I just try to show interest and genuine. I mean, also, it's not fake or anything because she
Yeah.
probably actually knows a lot about how to act,
Yeah.
maybe more than anyone else here, about how to actually, or like how to actually, confront these problems at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. So yeah, do you want to do diplomacy, or do you want to do like any other check you don't mind?
Unless warfare law is applicable here, I don't think I have
Not for
anything.
her, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, no, I don't have anything that makes more sense, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I have society, but that's worse, so... Okay. No, not blind, right?
Not blind.
Oof, I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay. Okay.
Can I hero point that again? No, I
I'm
know.
afraid not, no.
Mm.
That's a crit failure.
I stick my finger. I'm so sorry, people. She seems like not a bad person. I probably offend her by saying something really bad about people or about how she handled something. Oh.
Influence points don't go below 0, right?
No.
I believe in you, buddy.
I mean,
good then.
that's assuming we started out as,
Yeah.
0.
I say, well, there are so many poor people here. I'm sure you must have messed up somewhere. What are you actually doing?
She just
Rip.
frowns.
No, I feel bad.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But I do read the room, and when she seems unamused, I just go back to eating and just doing some more polite conversation. But yeah, I'll leave her alone for
Okay.
now.
So that concludes the first half of breakfast. I am going to stop the recording. So if anyone has any farewells to say before you all die. No, sorry, before we stop the recording.
Yeah.
Well,
Gonghi Fat Choi,
poisoned at
everybody.
breakfast.
Happy Chinese New Year.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
happy Chinese
yeah.
New Year.
Year of the
Yeah.
Dragon, baby. My
Ooh.
year.
New Year,
Excellent.
right?
Bodes well for Sir Kelsey.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Alright. Farewell, thank you for watching. See you next week.